Okay, it's live. I think. Hold on, give it a second. Let me grab the link. And it's going to be a new link, Bob, not the same one. Hold on. Let me drop it in the chat. All right, so let's go to... Don't say anything crazy. Don't get us canceled. All right, hold up. I probably should put out like some type of PSA. We gotta do the new link. Yeah, do that, Blake. 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 You guys hear us? You guys hear? Do that, Blake. You guys hear us? You guys hear? Do that, Blake. You guys hear us? You guys hear? You guys hear us? You guys hear? You guys hear us? You guys hear? You guys hear us? So why? You guys hear? You guys hear us? So why? You guys hear? You guys hear us? So why? You guys hear? You guys hear us?
It's a lot of echoing.
I don't. Okay, then that's definitely not it. Properties. I don't know what happened to my settings. This is weird. Okay, it says that it's picking up my desktop audio. This is weird. Chat, do you guys hear picking up everybody else, or you just hear me? Chat, do you guys hear picking up everybody else, or you just hear me? Chat, do you guys hear picking up everybody else, or you just hear me? Chat, do you guys hear everybody else, or you just hear me? Chat, do you guys hear everybody else, or you just hear? Okay, hold on. All right, how about now? Yeah, I have the stream audio, but I can't. I couldn't even hear the stream. Let's see. So it's only me. I don't have anything else open. Why isn't? Oh, okay. All right. Now it says it's not picking up anything on the Streamlabs. Okay, so let's move. All right. I think I gotta stop being lazy and grab the other headphones. Nah, headphones, not mic. Okay.
All hardware. You bring your best hardware to the table when it comes to providing the end user with the best experience for the podcast.
Okay, now we can hear Riku on stream for better or worse.
Hey,
yo. Oh, now I can hear me. Peak. Let's go.
All right, so no echoes, no nothing like that. Everybody sounds good. Apologies, people.
Everyone's sounding good. Chat, how we sound? How we sound?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, we already got a super chat from Cranberry, $20. This is what happens when we take half the year off. Glad to have you nigglets back, though. Hey, yo.
Yeah, half the year? It's been like a month. What you talking about?
It has been at least half a year, Shadow. Didn't you realize? Time flies. We've been in the hyperbolic time chamber this whole time.
We were definitely here like late June at least.
I feel like, have we even been able to talk about Daybreak? No, I feel like we talked about Daybreak.
We talked about Daybreak. That was the last pod. All right, so wait a minute. Let me make sure on my end everything is good. Now, for some reason, the audio won't come through on my end on the podcast. That is so weird. But you guys promised me in the chat everything's good, right? And you guys said it was good, right? Blake, Bow.
It sounded good to me when I heard it.
I can tell.
Okay. All right, hold up. I hear everything. The audio. No, now the audio's not capturing everything. Are we sure? You know what? I'm not gonna.
Proud to say you guys got me into Trails, although I only started with Daybreak and I enjoyed it a ton. Thanks. Thank you, Carrot.
Oh man, you started with Daybreak, my guy.
It's the perfect entry point.
Guys, it's okay.
That's
it's okay. Calm down.
Man,
No.
Are we going to talk about this later in the podcast?
That's an interesting entry point. That's all
and
I'm
put
saying.
And put an end to that conversation. Crazy.
I don't think you need to.
I think we have to give that conversation a one more go.
As long as you keep it under like 10 minutes, sure.
Yeah, no.
5. Okay, then we're not doing that, please.
Gotta give him some leeway.
All right, how about this? We will save it for another episode.
Sure, let's go with
Save it for another episode.
Daybreak spoiler cast.
Oh, that I mean, you're the only one here on the panel.
The topic about where should I start now that a certain new entry seems to be mixing things up, and not Daybreak. You know,
where should I start? I personally recommend The Legend of Heroes: Trails to Azure as the first game you should play.
Azure,
choice.
Great set of characters. Great conclusion to a story that originated in that game. Very, very good time. Very, very good time.
Well, yeah, let's start off the game using Arios. Like, who? Like, jeez.
Whoa, right. Spoilers, Riku. Calm down. Snow Owl with a $5 super chat saying, back again with the hottest weebs on the web, and Shadow is here too, I guess. Man, it is crazy.
Man, does that mean I'm not a weeb?
Crazy.
Does that mean I'm not a weeb?
You know, I don't know what that means, but I'm not going to comment.
Notice how he didn't. He avoided the hottest part. He went straight for weeb.
Hey, man. Let me see. All right, so you guys wait. You guys promise me everything is good, right? You guys hear everybody. You guys hear the panel because my Streamlabs is not picking up audio right now, and I don't like that.
Let me pull up the stream audio again just to make sure.
Yes,
yep, I can hear myself.
All right, you can hear yourself, and you can hear me, right?
Yeah. Ace in the chat said it's good uwu. You can always trust an uwu.
Okay, good. We can always definitely trust that uwu. All right, cool. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Streamlabs decided to do something mad different. And I don't even think Streamlabs is playing my my widgets as they should be.
Not the widgets, dude.
Come on, bro. Like, what is happening right now? Streamlabs, why are you doing this to me? Okay. So, I'm taking you guys' word for it that we're good, and we're gonna get this started as soon as I get back from this ad break. Not literally an ad break.
Hey, yo.
I just gotta AFK a little bit. 1 second.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could run ad breaks on Twitter.
So, no.
Well, since we're on ad break, have you guys been seeing this whole Black Ops thing? This shit is crazy.
Oh,
niggas over there.
The body, what is it called? The hostage thing?
Yeah, people getting raped over there, literally.
Whoa. We are not actually on an ad break, Riku.
What?
There is no ad breaks on YouTube.
Yeah, it's still
Shadow's AFK. And of course, as soon as he's like, no one's listening, right? Let me drop a super problematic word.
Hey, I'm sorry, okay?
Somebody getting
nah, bro. People in chat are not happy, bro. That's y'all guy, chat. That's Riku-san 1.
Well, it's not like we're getting any of this ad revenue, okay? It's going straight to Shadow, so I guess.
What do you mean?
He ain't even getting
whatever ad revenue he was gonna get, he ain't getting it now.
You mean when people were getting graped for they were getting graped.
Wait, what happened?
Christ, Riku.
Oh my gosh! You gotta make sure you nuke everything pre-show on this VOD because Riku'd while you were gone.
Ah, man, Riku, I can't leave you alone for 10 seconds, Riku. What's going on here, man?
You were on ad break. Okay, we got ad breaks now. Cool. Let me say some crazy shit.
Let me just
we had an old Spice commercial playing.
At least I say, okay, I did say some crazy shit. Let me stop. Don't worry about it, okay? We're fine. I think.
Chat, by the way, Riku's not ours, bro. He just spawned here one day. We don't know how he keeps getting in, bro. We don't claim him.
Yo, oh my god. Ah, man, you're a Red Constellation member, Riku. Come on, man.
Got him.
You're better than that.
Man, oh man.
All right.
I wanted to be Zephyr, but okay.
Did you?
I like Zephyr a bit more.
All right, people. All right, I'm taking everybody's word for it that everything is good to go because I can't hear everything when I go to listen to the playback myself. So we're going to get this party started. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, my God, do we have a lot to talk about. And we're going to try to keep the Trails talk to under, what, 25, 30? I don't know, Riku. How you feeling
10.
today?
I think it all depends on where we put it.
All right, guys. Welcome to the HPMP JRPG podcast, episode 106. We're on podcast services across the internet, Google Play, Apple, Spotify, Black People Meet, MySpace is still up and around probably. We're on there as well, so go check us out. As I said, we got stuff to talk about, so let's just get started with these intros from the rare unicorn himself, Souls. Grace us with your presence. What's up?
You can't see me, but I'm doing a curtsy right now. But yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be back to talk about some JRPG goodness. And yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Bow, go ahead.
Welcome everyone to another HPMP. Fortunately, we have to talk about Trails, but fortunately, we have news of a Tales of Graces F remaster. The fact that I can even say that is amazing. So, can't wait to talk about it.
All right, Blake.
It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's me, Westtown HD, as always, here in the flesh, here to talk about some games. I got some opinions to share around. It's going to be a good show. That Nintendo Direct literally gave us a feast of JRPGs, and we are here to cover all of them.
Alrighty, and Riku.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that everyone's back, and I'm glad that I'm alive. Hi.
I'm glad you're alive too. You're my friend, Riku.
You are my friend.
All right, guys, and you guys know me, Mr. JRPG Shadow. We out here in these JRPG streets uploading videos. Go check out the coverage I did on Nintendo Direct. Also made a video recently uploaded 5 JRPGs I can't believe are still going. Go leave some love for that. I'm trying to get back into the algorithm's good graces. And I will have another video out next weekend. So be prepared for that. All right, so we want to jump into this direct, or does everybody really quick want to say what they're currently playing at the moment?
Sure, let's go with that.
All right. Bao, since you want to go with it so bad, what are you currently playing at the moment?
I am currently playing Gundam Breaker 4. It's a great time. People are also, I'm realizing, well, no, I'm having one of those moments where, where you see other people play the game and then you play the game, you're like, I'm playing the wrong copy. Because the crazy stuff people are making is nuts. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, like, it's insane. Like, Slifer the Sky Dragon, Kirby characters. I saw someone make Arceus from Pokemon, an unknown from Pokemon. Like, it's crazy. But besides that, I also started Breath of Fire 1, which is good so far.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. That Gundam game, is that a new game?
Yeah.
Didn't a Gundam game come out and, like, it was really good, but it shut down?
It was not really good, and yes, it did shut down.
Oh, okay, I thought it was really. Wasn't it like a?
It was
Gundam
Overwatch
Evolution.
Yeah, it was like a hero shooter or something like that.
Yeah,
that shit was.
I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't say it was good. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was just mid.
Oh, okay.
And I think the problem, you know that genre. That genre is like, if you're not amazing, you're dead. You're dead. If you're anything less than amazing, which like 90% of them aren't amazing, you're dead. So basically, Overwatch is like the only thing that pops in that genre.
That was that
I did hear some,
wasn't it?
Yeah, well, no, you're thinking that Battle Operation. That's something different. I think that's still going.
Okay.
It's called Gundam Evolution. That one.
Oh yeah, that
Evolution. Yeah, Evolution is no longer, I think.
So what are you trying to say, Riku? That games like Concord can't succeed? Is that what you're saying?
Are you serious?
Oh man.
Well, they're saying that Marvel Rivals is doing something, but I think that's more so because of name recognition than it is the game. But we're not.
It's also going to be free to play in Conquest.
Yeah,
is it?
That makes no sense why they decided to put a premium price on Concord.
Hey, put some respect on Concord's name. We call it Goat Cord around these streets. All right,
nigga,
is that today's sponsor? Did we get today's sponsor?
It is full of diversity. and you know, people of different
walks. You know what's hilarious about that, Shadow?
I can't even say that.
I heard that Concord actually did something that no other piece of fiction was able to do, and that was contradict the definition of Rule 34.
What?
They said that Concord designs are so unattractive that there is no Rule 34 content on it. That contradicts the definition of Rule 34 to begin with. That's wild.
Hey man,
that's an accomplishment to some degree.
Those designs are diverse. They're inclusive. They're Sweet Baby Inc. certified, and they're fucking terrible. God damn.
I still don't know what the hell Sweet Baby Inc. is. I just keep hearing the name.
You don't want to know. It's like the secret society of gaming, but they ruin everything.
Yeah. All right. Souls, what you out here playing in these streets?
Kind of playing a mixture of things. So you know, I'm in my gacha hell.
Let's go gacha. Wait, how many gachas are you playing?
Only 2 at the moment.
Okay, good.
Just ZZZ that has me by the gonads. And what else? What's the other one? Wuthering Waves. I kind of took a big ass break though on Wuthering Waves, and just because I had it installed on my PC and it was on an external hard drive. Oh my god, never put a game on an external hard drive. It runs like ass. So I just recently got a new SSD, reinstalled Wuthering Waves. It runs like butter. It's like a brand new game for me. But whenever you take a break on some of these free-to-play gacha games and you come back, you feel so lost. So I'm not completely 100% delved back into Wuthering Waves, but I've been all in on Zenless Zone Zero. That game, oh my god, it's like probably one of my favorite Hoyoverse games. Just because it's simple, it's easy to play. I hate the TV stuff. If anybody who's played it, they know the TV stuff that I'm talking about, where you literally got to do these mini maze TV stuff. Other than that, it's a very fun game. I love the characters. Probably some of the best voice acting and visuals in a free gacha game that we've had so far. The combat is really addicting and fun. A lot of people say that it's akin to like playing a fighting game, which I can see in some parts, but I think it's kind of a stretch in others. So much diverse characters. Shout out to my Chu Yuan fans and my Nekomata fans. What else? Oh, and I've also been playing Trek to Yomi. That's like I want to say a side scroller version of Ghost of Tsushima, just with more horror kind of elements to it. Like the game is completely in black and white, which is what drawn me to it. But the more I played it, the more simplistic it appeared to be. I thought it was more in depth, but it's kind of a simple game. If anything, the visuals though are astounding. I love the black and white feature for Trek to Yomi. But other than that, yeah, that's the only 2 games I'm playing right now.
All right.
I'm kind of waiting though, because Space Marine 2 is coming out, and I'm like going to be heavy on that.
Yeah, I've been hearing things about that. I was thinking about getting into ZZZ, but I don't want to get to another gacha game. I already got my 2 Fate Grand Order and Nikkei. I might be adding, if it counts as a gacha game. I don't think it counts as a gacha game. The First Descendant to the list. I don't think that's a gacha game. Looter shooter.
It's a looter shooter, free to play.
Looter shooter. Yeah, but it's still like you still gotta pay for some stuff on there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if I gotta play another game that I gotta put some money into.
Want the bunny girl. Stop lying.
Actually, I didn't even get the bunny girl. I got the other girl, the girl that just recently came out. She is so. Oh my god, she's so fun. I'm like, these Korean games, they know how to make good designs. Concord. I'm just saying, but. Yeah, First Ascendant. I'm gonna love that. Blake, what you out here playing?
So I am also playing Gundam Breaker 4. I won't retry on that just because Bow's already going through that. But I'm also playing through Daybreak right now. Astrobot's coming next week. As you know, I'm always juggling games. I be juggling like I'm a monkey in the circus, bro. We just be out here. It's never a bad time. Yeah, the main things I am focusing right now is Gundam Breaker. I'll probably have it done before like the next few days. It's not a super long game. The appeal of it's more so building rather than like the story you're playing or whatever. And yeah, you can lose yourself in hours and hours and hours of playing. But yeah, playing a little bit of Minecraft on the side because no one ever truly stops playing Minecraft. And yeah, aside from that, looking forward to Astrobot. And yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Riku, what are you playing?
I'm trying to get back into Resident Evil 4 Remake and Daxter because those are the two games I put on hold when Daybreak came out. But I finished Daybreak 275 hours, platinumed. So now that that's back out of the way, I'm trying to get back into the groove of those games.
Wait, but you say 275 hours?
Oh yeah, and then and then Ratchet and Clank Size Matters came out. So when I was trying to get back into Dax, I was playing Dax. I was like, wait a second, why am I playing Dax 2 when Ratchet and Clank Size Matters is out? So I started playing Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I blinked and had that platinum, and then I was like, okay, now it's time to get back into Daxter and Resident Evil. And then I was like, you know what? Let me go read a book. So that's what's going on.
All right, cool. I kind of low key stopped playing Daybreak, but I'm gonna get back into it very soon. Jump right back into that one. I'm trying to play Visions of Mana for a little bit because I might be sponsored for it. So, been trying to play that a little bit. It's okay. I mean, I we'll talk about that later, but yeah, it's okay so far. For some reason, I don't know what happened. I was on my Steam Deck. I put a whole bunch of games on there, and I started playing Devil Survivor 2, and I just, before I know it, I was 30 hours into it. I was like, how did I start playing this game again? But I'm really playing the Record Breaker portion, like the one after the vanilla story, I guess you could say. And starting to remind me again of why I really love Devil Survivor and how we need another Devil Survivor game. We need a Devil Survivor 3 badly. Same artists and everything, but I'm gonna hopefully get back to Daybreak soon. And I don't know, maybe I might be on First Ascendant regularly. I already paid $20 for it to get a character, so I'm a little bit invested.
Jeez.
$20. I'll try so hard not to put money on gachas.
I try hard too, but if it's like, cause it's like,
if it's something you want, yeah,
it's like
pathetic, both of you.
But like, so it's like, you know, JP on Fate Grand Order, right? It's like,
yeah,
BB Dubai came out, and I was just like, damn it, I gotta try.
That's probably the worst one though.
You gotta pay to have that NFT, bro. I'm telling you, these things are not fungible.
I'm a BB stan, so that's what happens.
I feel you. Just be strong out here in these gacha streets.
I'm trying to control myself. As always, people in the chat, gacha responsibly, please.
Gacha responsibly. I like that.
Okay, God, know your limits. My God.
Apologies, Shadow. Boy in the chat.
We got a super.
Got a super chat from how do you read that? Zygran Kiergan. All right, we got a $7 super chat from Kiergan. Shadow just wanted to say it was a nice touch seeing all the Trails series saved. Screenshots on your CS4 review. You even played Trails in the Sky first chapter on PSP back in 2011, right? Man, oh man.
God damn, it was 2011. That was. I don't even remember. God damn. I know I kept all the screenshots and I put them in that video. But I didn't know it was 2011. Holy shit! Actually, that actually makes sense.
Actually, that makes sense because that's the first time I ever played the demo when you can get the demos on PSP.
Yeah, because there was a huge gap between me playing Sky 1 and then when I played Sky 2, I think. So that kind of makes sense. Yeah, but man, I started it way back then. Never felt the need to catch up. You know, unlike some people who just want to start in the middle of things, you know, start with Cold Steel, start with Daybreak, start with Azure. I smack the crap out of them, but yeah.
Man,
or start with Sky and fall asleep on stream.
Man, oh man.
What's wrong with these people, bro?
Man.
Oh my God, we're not gonna get into it, but y'all know who you are.
We should talk about that person that fell asleep on stream.
Man, oh man, and what is he gonna do with the remakes?
Oh man, you hate to see it. But thank you for the $10 super chat. All right, what do we want to start with first, people? So many games out here. What do we want to talk about first? We want to jump right into Trails.
Tales of Graces. Let's get the Tales of Graces.
We want Tales of Graces? We want to talk about Tales?
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, so Tales of Graces. Recently with Nintendo Direct, Tales of Graces got revealed to get a remaster of Tales of Graces F. And this is a interesting title that they decided to go with first, because there were rumors that Exalia was going to be the one
I heard
the
those
remaster. It probably still
Which
is.
everybody was excited for, right?
Yeah.
People were excited when they heard about that rumor.
Absolutely.
And then they're like, well, what the fuck is this?
But keep in mind,
they're
this
excited.
is part of a project, not just one thing.
Right. So they're probably going back. They're going to probably see how this does, and then like how frequent they remaster the rest. We'll see what happens. But I'm very much excited for Graces. I mean, I think it's a good Tales of game. It's probably not personally in my top 5 or maybe in my top 10 Tales of games, but it's still a really good game. Battle system is amongst the best I've ever seen. Especially when you get I think it's called CC, and you get enough of it, and you just really start opening it up. It's insane. I don't care that much for the story or characters. They kind of lean too heavy into the harder cards, harder friendship type deal, but they're all cool characters at the end of the day. Bao, how excited are you for this?
I am very excited because now I don't have to emulate and get people to do Parsec and hear them whine about having to use Parsec to play multiplayer. So now I just can play multiplayer on PC and people have no more excuses.
I forgot you're the multiplayer guy for Tales. Like, you really endorse that multiplayer aspect. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. You pick up the controller and you play. That's how you do it.
I feel like it's such a single player experience. Like, I can't get two player to go with Tales.
You don't got no friend, Shadow.
I guess
that's kind of what it sounds like.
That might be it, man. That might be it. You know, maybe this time I have to actually see if people want to play and I want to experience it and see what happens.
See, I understand that, but I also see people saying like, "Oh, Tales isn't meant to be played multiplayer." Blah blah blah. It doesn't make any sense. We live in an era where people make livings off of others watching them play games, and this is almost the same thing, except you're actually taking part in the combat. Like, I don't see the dissonance here. Like, it makes perfect sense and it's fun. And my thing is, everyone I've heard complain about this has never tried it. So that's a whole weird thing. But yes, Tales of Graces F remaster, super happy. My favorite combat system of any game ever made. Cannot wait to experience it again. It is amazing.
Now wait a minute. How long ago has it been since you played Tales of Graces?
Like 3 years, I guess.
Oh, it's been 3 years, so it's been recent. Okay, me, it's probably been like more than 10 years, honestly. Okay, so I was figuring that you may have been a little bit nostalgic for the battle system and how
Val doesn't get nostalgic glasses.
You sure he doesn't? You sure he doesn't?
No.
You know, even with Fire Emblem games, are we sure?
Xenogears.
Definitely not Fire Emblem.
Okay, all right.
And Blake, it hasn't even been a decade since I played Xenogears. What do you mean?
All right, we'll see. We'll see about that. Anybody else excited for this remaster? Curious?
Yes, I'm actually very excited.
Souls, what you got to say, man?
So first of all, it did throw me off that, you know, out of all the Tales to get remastered, it was Graces F, just because personally I just got done playing. Well, I just recently played this not too long ago. I was playing on hard mode because I wanted to test out the PS3 emulator, and it ran beautifully. I think I did co-op with Sosuke one time, and that was pretty fun. But oh yeah, you were, Bao. Sosuke.
But I feel like you streamed that too. I feel like I remember that.
Yeah. So it wasn't too long ago I played it, so there's definitely no nostalgia classics. Like, I can't wait for this game to come out. It's one of my favorite Tales games that we've, you know, of the newer generation of Tales games. I'm hoping, because they said we're going to get all the DLC, and this is a stretch, but I'm hoping that we get the Japanese exclusive costumes. I know probably
sure they confirmed no.
No, they
have those licenses expired.
I was gonna say the license because there was some Code Geass ones.
I don't. Yeah, what's the problem with dot hack? I don't understand.
Okay, yeah, I could get the Code Geass, but not the dot hack one. Y'all literally own the
dot hack. That's the issue.
Okay, I know it's dead, but they still own, like, Bandai Namco still like put out that recent Volume 4 thing. So why can't they take the costume? That doesn't make any sense. They don't need no revenue or royalty. I don't know. Maybe the creators of Hack. I don't know. Developers.
And it's from the game that they literally just remastered with all 3 parts. GU.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't understand why that one at least isn't in there. But maybe mods can put it back in there. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing: the grade shops unlocked from the get-go, which is huge.
Yeah, that's a big. one.
Yeah.
That's a big
so wait,
one.
what? You're gonna be able to like get like different titles right off the bat, or
The picture they showed off, it shows the grade shop, and then it just shows they give you points to start out with already. Because obviously you can't earn them before the game starts.
Yeah,
Right.
especially if they're giving you a lot of stuff like right off the bat.
So I'm gonna probably automatically turn on like CC up just for the fun.
Oh,
of it.
absolutely. Yeah,
For
me
real.
too.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's a slug when you like trying to naturally gain your CC.
Yeah.
Trying to do some big combos and shit just don't connect.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that they brought back the grade shop. I feel like it's for people like me who want to treat this as their second playthrough, because I only played it once back when it came out way back when, and I'm gonna treat this as a second playthrough. So and utilize the grade shop because I don't really replay Tales games that much. So it'd be nice to actually utilize the grade shop this time around to just completely have fun with it.
Also, I thought it was a good idea that Nintendo was the one to show off this because it was originally a Wii game. I thought it was
Wii game, yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice callback.
That's true, and then it got ported to PS3, right? The F portion got ported to PS3, yeah. And that's no, that's what did we get the PS3 version of this game?
Yeah, that's the only version we got. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
I still
we didn't get the Wii version of the
I
West.
still have that game.
Nope, never looked
original
close.
PS3.
Really?
So
But now my only question is, what's next? Because like Bao said, this is a remaster project. What do we want to see next? Personally,
I want Abyss.
I would love Abyss too. I would personally love for them to do Destiny, but I feel like they'll remake Destiny or any of the older ones before they do a remaster of them.
See, just because we have those fan translations of Destiny now, I don't care as much for like getting it. It would be awesome, sure, but we already have access to those.
This is true.
If anything, maybe Rebirth, since that project is technically not done, although it's close to done.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, what about the best one? What about the best Tales besides the Abyss? Because Abyss
Symphonia?
is obvious.
Symphonia 2?
There you go, Symphonia 2. Darn what about that one?
Personally, I loved Symphonia 2 because of the voice actor Johnny Young Boss. I thought he did an amazing job.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
care what nobody say.
I'm about to tear that game to shreds in my next video.
Symphonia 2 was just the only saving grace was the gameplay for me. That was it.
Yeah, I just loved every time.
And even then, they messed that up.
Yeah, man. Hit.
I was going through my weed time, man. My
someone said,
years.
someone in the chat said Legendia.
Oh, Legendia.
Personally, that needs a remake to me.
Yeah,
I probably would not buy that if it was ported straight up.
Yeah, because it kind of shows its age. Same with Symphonia, but we've already gotten. That's kind of why I really didn't buy. I wasn't really too excited for Symphonia. Like I love Symphonia and I love the story and I love the characters, but I can't replay it again.
All right. I think real quick, we got a super chat a while ago from Ricardo Belmont. Thanks, Blake. Nah.
We got a super chat from Ricardo Belmont, $5 saying, I had no choice. Code Steel was on the Golden Week sale way back. Plus, I was not feeling Star Ocean 5 when I picked it up.
Wait, Star Ocean 5? Which one is that one? That's not Divine Force. Okay, yeah, it's a bad one. Yeah. Okay. I'm also going to rip that game to shreds in my next video as well. Because fuck Star Ocean 5. But good pickup on Cold Steel. Wait, is that your first Trails? I mean, yeah, Trail. Let's see. I'm getting confused. Is that your first Trails game? All right. I might have to question that. But thank you, Ricardo, for the $5 super chat. Go ahead.
What's wrong with Cold Steel?
Nothing's wrong with Cold Steel. Just starting with Cold Steel might be something.
I started with Cold Steel, and I turned out
sure most of Westerners started with Cold Steel.
Yeah, man. I think technically I jumped around when I started. I did Sky 1. Yeah, I did. I jumped to Cold Steel. Then I did Cold Steel 2 and then worked my way backwards from there because Cold Steel 3 was coming out. So I technically had no choice. Well, I did.
Point is you have no excuse now.
Yeah. With this one, do we think? Okay, I think we already knew that which ones that we want next from Tales. Do we think with the rumor Exalia is the next one?
I feel like it is going to be Exalia, yeah.
I'm not sure if I'll buy Exalia though, honestly. Like I like Exalia, but I don't like it like that.
I love the Exalia. I will get it, but I just want to know if they're going to just give us, they're going to baby feed us, give us just one and then two, or they're going to give us both of them.
Actually, you know what? I could see myself buying Exalia for the simple fact I never played it in English. So that would be new for me.
Interesting.
I can't even remember that.
I imported it.
Good. Oh no, actually, I hated fucking Mila's voice. She had that list. It was so annoying.
I honestly don't think they'll do like a dual pack like Exalia 1 and 2 remaster because
because they were big ass games. They were big ass games too.
Yeah, but not only that, they're greedy. They kind of want both two sales, so they'll do one year and then next year they'll do two or something like that.
I should clarify. I mean Exalia 1 specifically. I would buy Exalia 2 again. That game surpassed my expectations. Was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only problem I had with Exalia 2 was the main character. He was silent protagonist, and then when you beat the game, he talks. You can enable him to talk. Yeah, and I'm like, why didn't you do that from the beginning? Why did he have to be a silent protagonist?
I can kind of agree, just because of the fact that like it felt unnecessary for him to be silent.
Yeah, it completely unnecessary. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like it was a last minute decision design wise, and they said, "Oh, we'll do it when the second playthrough." Which I do hope if they do remaster it, just like they did with the Great Shop here, they enable that choice. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tales of Grace's F. You think okay, so we think Tales of Grace's F is really good, but do you think when people start playing it for the first time, they'll think the same way?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh no,
combat is addicting.
Oh, well, I don't know because people like newcomers didn't vibe with Vesperia for whatever reason, which is weird to me since they like.
I feel
Vesperia did start. I mean, Vesperia did start off kind of rough.
I would disagree with that.
I feel like the story in this game is just the perfect one to bring over people from all walks because it's kind of has that nice shonen type of story. And I don't see why people have the problem with that. Like, I personally love that story. It started off from them as kids to like adults, and it had that like that Naruto Sasuke type of effect where he's getting cursed or whatever, without spoiling anything. But I thought it was a really good, easy to follow story for even people who don't play a lot of JRPGs to get into.
Okay. Going back to Vesperia, you know what I think people's issues is with that game? And I don't blame them for this. People try to free run in Vesperia, and it's kind of a useless mechanic that you're not supposed to use, left over from Abyss. And if you actually use it, it may seem clunky. It's like, why am I running like this? When they should have taken that out, since that's like no use in the game besides like sidestepping.
You can kind of say the same for this game too.
Yeah, you don't free run really in Graces. You sidestep and dodge.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about Graces more, I'm not looking forward to like there are two bosses in this game that were a damn problem for me. I forgot their names. Maybe Kurt and a green hair big titty bitch. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. Not enemies, but there's a dungeon that's infamous from this game I don't want to do again. I'm probably going to use a guide for. It's the one with all the ladders, like the Imperial Stronghold or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of bosses, how do they handle the bosses in Graces F? Because as far as I've played, I feel like I've only really played one Tales of game that I felt handled bosses in a way that I found good, and that was Hearts R.
Jesus I didn't
Christ,
feel like
is that the only Tales game you played?
No, that's just the one I feel like did the best things that I was looking for.
Okay. Was it the first one you played?
Pretty good. I mean,
it was the first one I played as well.
So the only gimmick with bosses and even some normal enemies is that they'll enter like a special state where you have to use a specific element to like get them out of it. But that's kind of it. It's not a big deal. Other than that, you can juggle the hell out of them if you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Unless you play on like super hard mode where they just do they're kind of like it turns into Dark Souls where it's just like cheap, overpowered super armor type shit for nothing, just for the sake of it being hard. That's
actually another major issue. The main issue I have is Exalia 1. I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't know why they did this, but bosses will always break out of your combos after a certain number of hits, and it's super annoying.
Yeah,
they did that in Vesperia as well.
No, not the way Exilia does it. You can infinitely combo in Vesperia if you know what you're doing.
I don't know. On bosses?
Yep.
I don't know. I remember the bosses having this like fuck off move that basically they do like an explosion that will push you back, and they would have like ultra super armor. So I guess unless you're doing some super crazy 100-hour meta, you're getting fucked over by that mechanic every time.
All right.
I never experienced that myself in Vesperia. I played it like 3 times.
Play it on hard.
Rico, I only play Tales games on hard, sir.
No. I don't need to see gameplay.
All right.
We don't play Tales games on normal. They're a bit too quick with the battles, especially something like Graces. I enjoy fighting in that.
Yeah, I think the regular enemies for Tales of games on hard is good, but the bosses, it's the opposite. I think the bosses on normal are good, but on hard they start to do bullshit.
Yeah. Arise comes to mind.
Actually, so you can remember real quick when we were playing via PS3, we had on the highest difficulty.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Like Nightmare, whatever it's called, Unknown.
Yeah, that shit was no joke.
That was fun.
That was fun, and I think you can only have fun if you're playing with friends if you're playing on that highest difficulty, because the computer is no help. You have to strategize when you're playing on the highest difficulty.
Damn. Somebody had to sit in the back and just spam healing? Is that what it was? Love to see it.
Either that or just like use long range spells to deal damage, because the type of super armor that these bosses have and the one shot hits they will do to you, you legit have to dodge. There's no garden. You have to dodge.
But what's the perfect balance for that?
I was gonna ask, because like, you know how in Tales of games when you need to use like an item or anything, you obviously go into like that pause moment of like equipping it. How does that flow in multiplayer? Because if I'm in the middle of a combo and my friend's like, wait a second, I need to use an item, and then he pauses the whole fucking game because he needs to like pop something, or like let's say he's a magician and he needs like more MP or whatever, and he pops one of those, and it fucks up my combo. Like, how does that flow?
I mean, if that messes up your combo, I know what you're doing. Since the animations are long, yeah, plenty of leeway.
I don't know. I still feel like it would be distracting over time.
Riku, are you gonna be there for our playthrough day 1?
Riku doesn't play
for Graces? For Graces F? I've been looking for. I think out of all of the Graces, out of all of the Tales of games that I wanted to get ported over, it was Graces F the most. So I want to be there. That's the most I can say. I'm not gonna promise anything because
that's not gonna cut it, bro. You gotta reserve your spot in the party, bro. It's gonna be me, Bao. I don't know who else is gonna be in here, bro. Maybe Triple S. I don't know.
So wait, it's it's online. Like you'll be able to do like a sort of matchmaking thing, or is it?
Oh, Shadow.
No, they're talking about Parsec. They're talking about Parsec on PC.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know what that is, but I guess that's something.
I would have.
Unless you play local player games online with friends, Shadow.
Okay, cool. I had no idea. All right. Is that Tales of Graces F? We're excited for this. One of the very
very good announcement. Very good announcement for the Tales, especially since they said that they were doing. Well, firstly, didn't they talk about the fact that the team behind this remaster isn't the same team that did the Tales of Symphonia remaster? So a lot of the stuff that people were not happy about how they handled the Tales of Symphonia remaster, they're saying that you shouldn't see any of those concerns coming over to this one because it's a different team, and that this team is going to be the ones working on future Tales of remasters. All of this is correct, right, Bao?
As far as we know.
Yeah, so that sounds like very good news, because the Symphonia is, from a popularity standpoint, Symphonia is like borderline the Final Fantasy VII of Tales of games from a popularity standpoint, I feel. So it's like the fact that they kind of unfortunately fumbled that one is a very hard pill to swallow. But it's good to know that that won't be happening again.
And they confirmed 120 FPS, right? On this
For PC.
Yeah.
I
think
PC
will be 120, but PS5 version for whatever reason they have it capped at 60. I feel like most devs just feel like people on PlayStation don't want 120, which is crazy because there's been so many games on PS5 that could run at 120 and they just don't do them at 120.
I mean, as long as you're doing 60, I really don't mind it. But I was just questioning this because I think the problem was with the Symphonia that it was originally only made for 30 FPS and they couldn't bring it up to 60 for some reason.
They had to bring over the GameCube version to get 60, right?
Yeah,
so they chose the PS2 version for that.
Yeah, they quote unquote.
That's why they keep using the PS2 one.
If only Durante was on the scene.
All right, that's Tales of Graces of F. Can't wait for it to come out. I might be doing a playthrough of it, but
did he give us a release date?
Yeah,
January,
yeah.
Okay, nice.
One of the first JRPGs.
When will we get a new Tales game, though?
How long? Okay, first of all, how long has it been since Arise again? When did Arise?
2 years, I think.
Yeah, I feel like
2022.
Was
it 20?
It's not the longest wait ever, but I'm more nervous for the future of the series because Arise was solid, but it has some very questionable things.
Okay, I'll say it right now. I really did not like Arise. I
don't blame you.
It was like, don't get me wrong, I like the characters and I like what they had going on.
Oh, 2021. Holy
their
shit.
Gameplay really fucking killed the series. Like that.
So it was only a PS5 launch title.
That gameplay killed it for me. I'm like, fuck this game. I hate this game. Like I legit didn't.
I feel like Alphen and Law were really the only ones that stood out gameplay wise to me.
Shion was my top main. She's super fun to use.
Yeah,
but I tend to like
I think for me it probably was Law. It was Law for me too.
Law and Alphen were the only ones I really had fun
and
with.
Alphen, yeah. But fuck, I hate it because it wasn't.
I found Renwell really fun when she learned how to like fuse in spells in the mid game.
Yeah,
I didn't get her at first.
I thought it was cool on paper, but I wasn't a fan of the execution. And Dohalim was another one I was looking forward to. I felt like they were trying to make him really air combo-ish, but it didn't. He
was my least favorite, sadly.
Yeah, I was looking forward to him too. What's the big booty girl with the shield again? What's her name?
Yeah. She was
kind of forgot.
She was all right.
Wasn't her name like Mommy or something? Isn't that what Devil called her?
Yeah, something. She was all right as well.
And the crazy thing is, throughout the game, if you look at all the cutscenes, they really was trying to put that ass on display.
Kisara.
Yeah.
Like they was selling that.
So you telling me
Kisara.
Kisara, yeah.
So nobody played the DLC for Arise? Is that what
you're saying? Does it show what that was?
Hell no. I'm good. I'm not
literally like side quests, like rebuild something or whatever.
Bro, I'm not even trying to.
And they added nothing in terms of gameplay.
Yeah, I was sad at the DLC because of the fact that I remember when we were talking about when it first got announced, and I mentioned the fact that I think I game shared Tales of Arise. But since they didn't get any of my money, I bought the DLC for Tales of Arise. So I got a chance to use basically all of the DLC arts, and I was able to adjust the whole like CP issue that we always talk about when it comes to Arise. So I had a better experience than your average person. But the point is, those DLC arts were so fucking fun. They made the game so much more fun because they were so good. And when the DLC came out, and I heard that they didn't add any new arts that came along with the DLC, and everyone's like, "Oh, we'll just buy the DLC arts to like make your game feel like new."
Yeah, that was
you can get
move.
I was like, but what if you already did grab the DLC arts? Like, what do you have to look forward to from a gameplay standpoint when you play this DLC? And everyone's like, "Oh, nothing really." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm skipping it."
See,
I will say what Ace just reminded me of, them adding Kirito and Asuna sets a good precedent that we can have guest characters in like arena fights and stuff in the future.
Oh yeah, that was.
They should lean into that more because usually they just do past Tales characters.
Yeah.
But if you're opening that door, then I'm all for it.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do
I completely forgot about that.
Hi, I'm Goku. He's gonna pop up one day. What?
Lord.
Do we know what the like the general Tales of fan base puts Arise? Like, is it on the higher tier or is it the low tier or mid?
In my experience, newcomers adored it, but Tales fans,
they
liked it at first,
casual.
but the cracks started to show. From what I've seen with classic Tales fans.
Anybody who's never played Tales just loves that game, but the OG.
I've even seen some people say this isn't even a Tales game.
Oh my God, Bao. I swear to God, like everything they did in that game just pissed me off. There was a part of the game where I could not afford any potions. The enemies were all like super high level enemies. I could not even and they didn't want you to fast travel. They wanted you to walk all the way back out of the fucking whatever that dungeon I was in or castle or something. And I'm literally, everybody is at 1 HP. I can't afford a potion. I can't even fight them because they're all super. And the thing is too, they weren't even hard. They just gave them these busted ass super armors to where you can't really get a combo off. And that's another thing too. They made all these characters with this insane super armor on a game that's prided on its combos that you can barely even do because you can't even get a string together a long enough combo to do anything. That game pissed me off.
Goddamn.
Well, the HP thing is they wanted you to buy DLC.
Yeah, they clearly wanted you to buy a DLC. It was bad. So Tales of Arise just caught astray out of nowhere, but
don't do that again. Just don't do that again. That's all.
Well, I think it was confirmed that it wasn't supposed to be a Tales game.
I wish it wasn't.
Explain some things.
But also the story was kind of like in the beginning.
The story was not great.
The story was terrible in the second half. I'm thinking I beat the game when I got done fighting that one guy. He turns into that game, man.
They really did hype him. They hyped him his debut was really fucking good too.
Yeah.
They hyped him up. The tension was there. I was like, oh my God, this guy's crazy. Fucking the Tales of he was like the Tales of Sephiroth when he came onto the scene, and
he came from nowhere. There was no hype. There was no build up for him being the villain. Like, what the hell is this?
No
shit?
proper. Like he came in badass, but then it was just like his old end game was just bad. I was just like. They fumbled the ball on this guy.
They were doing too much. They were just doing too much.
And then after you got to a certain point in the game, it just became cutscene the game. Yeah, like Metal Gear. It was like, goddamn, like, can we stop? Anyway, that's enough Arise hate. Okay, we can talk about Arise for a while and how disappointing it was. Interestingly enough, it does have a mixed rating on Steam, but
that's half new.
Doesn't it still have? Doesn't it? I mean, from a critical standpoint, critics absolutely love it. It's the highest rated, highest rated rating on Metacritic out of all of the Tales of games.
That because we probably gonna get another one just
like that one.
It was also like the best. Is it the best selling Tales of game or fastest selling Tales of game?
I think it was fastest at the very least. I'm not sure what the other.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I think that was because of the fact that it was the first worldwide one, right?
Yeah.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think so.
I thought that was like their thing.
Because I think that we just living in an age where gaming is just more popular. So even the niche stuff that we used to get shunned on for as youngins is now getting a little bit more popular. People are giving it more of a chance. So like, since that had to be the first one in this new age of gaming, it's like now, oh man, this is cool. We're like, yeah, y'all wasn't here when we was playing Tales of the Abyss, so y'all don't know what cool is.
Well, we had to beg for these games to come over.
Yeah,
that's the reason I played Exilia 1 in Japanese, because like localization was just up in the air at that point in time for RPGs.
Bro, that was one of my first ever YouTube videos talking about fucking Tales of Graces finally getting localized.
Yep. All right, let's move on.
They're saying the Game Awards gave Arise RPG of the Year of 2021.
It did. I remember.
All right, I would get into that, but let's.
People saying the Scarlet Nexus
it was gorgeous.
They said it again. The Scarlet Nexus.
It was a gorgeous game. Like it really was.
Yeah. Let's move on. All right, guys, we gotta move on. We were already done with Graces. We just went to a whole thing with Arise. All right, let's go to the next game. Sky Remake. Let's talk about this Sky Remake real quick.
Remake.
So, Riku. What do you want to talk about when it comes to this?
Where do we start? Let's just start off with the conversation of where do I start my Trails journey? Because obviously when Trails Through Daybreak being a thing, everyone's like, oh yeah, the best new starting point. Even at one point I was saying that for newcomers like Neo GameSpark, who was just twiddling their thumbs and playing Persona 5 for the 18th time. and not wanting to hop in. I was just, telling him and whatnot. But now that this is a thing, it raises the question, and probably, I personally think there's a high chance that it will put an end to that question of where to start. Because now that it's out, a lot of the complaints that a lot of people were having in regards to, oh well, if I wanted to start from Sky, I can't play Sky, and I don't want to play it on my PC, which is weird because everyone always talks about how they love Steam and they'll play stuff on Steam, but then when it comes to, oh yeah, Sky, all of the Trails games, all 11 of them that we have right now are on Steam. I don't really want to go to Steam. I want to kind of play it on my Switch. Why do you want to play on your Switch? Because I want to play it on the go. Then get a Steam Deck. Well, I kind of want to there was always some excuse. But now that the Sky remake is here and the reception behind it, people are liking it. They're saying they got the cell shading looking finally at a quote unquote satisfying location to not complain about it. Because even when it came to Daybreak, there was still a small amount of people I heard that were like, I still don't really like it. It's blah, 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 blah. Now, when it comes to this Sky remake, it's like, okay, I think the cell shading is at a point where it's like, if you're still complaining, Jesus Christ,
Hold on, Riku. We got a super chat from Lamar.
Super chat from Lamar saying, "Is the Queen pelvic here?" I don't know how to tell you this. She doesn't love you also now.
Listen, she doesn't. She doesn't care about you guys. She's been all in our chat. Yeah, I'm putting her out there on Front Street. She's all been on our chat all day, and she ain't come to the podcast. Listen, man, I love you guys. I'm here for you guys. But your quote unquote queen, big quotes there, is not here for you. So Daddy's here. Okay?
We couldn't make time for you this weekend. Maybe
crazy.
Before Riku continues, I would just like to put in my 2 cents to where if this does sell, then this will be a success for the simple fact we'll get more of these. Sky Trilogy, maybe even the Crossbell games. But if this does not sell and we don't get more of these, then I feel like it was a waste of time. For the simple fact, like you said, people don't want to go back to the old games. So, I like this new entry, Sky 1 Remake. It's great, blah, blah, blah. I want to get into the series. But then you look at Sky 2 or Sky 3 on Steam, we're like, ew, this is gross. Which, in a perfect world, people wouldn't do that, but it's the world we live in, and people are graphics whores. So yeah. I hope for Falcom's sake, this does well with sales, and they keep making them. But very risky venture.
I think they did say that if this has to sell well for there to be a Sky 2 and 3 remake.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that specific comment because I remember, when was it? I feel like it was either before Kai came out or a little bit after Kai came out. I remember them. I remember people, Falcom and Kondo, them saying that comment before, where it's like, if these games don't sell, we're gonna stop them. And I feel like they're just saying that to scare people into actually getting it. Because remember, Shadow, you always ask yourself, how are these? You literally did a video on it. How are these games still going, right? And I feel like arguably the best answer to that question, at least when it comes to Trails, is that they don't cost that much for Falcom to create. Their budget, they use a lot of reuse assets. They're reusing their engine for like 3 to 5 of each entry, and the profit that they make off of it is good enough for the small company that they are. So it's like what they consider a financial success per entry in comparison to basically damn near every other video game company, especially the big ones like Square and whatnot, that'll sell millions and be like, no, that didn't really reach our expectations, so canceled. So it's like, I don't think that whatever threshold they have set for Sky won't be able to make it. I think it will easily be able to make it because past Trails games with less hype behind them, being the 9th and 10th entry with a lot more barriers of entry around it, reached their expectations. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about that comment. I think it was just a comment to scare people. It would have done. People have been asking for the Sky remake for way too long. I feel like a more interesting topic around this is one, the fact that it's coming to Switch and it hasn't been determined for anything else, and the fact that, remember when they talked about when they originally created Sky, it was supposed to be, one game between Sky first and second chapter. That was their original intent, but they're like, oh yeah, we had to cut it into 2 games, and they've been doing that ever since. So you would assume that when they made a remake, that they would do it in the way that they originally intended. But you see that this game is officially called The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the First. So now it's just called Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, combining first and second chapter, like we thought. And it's like, okay, well, why is that the case as well? So I feel like there's more interesting questions to be asked about this. And if you guys would like to talk about those, we can, or we can just move on.
I would also like to say that I think, unfortunately, a remake is not going to fix a lot of the issues people have with Sky, because it's really the pacing and the characters and the build-up that a lot of people, as newcomers, are turned off by. So hopefully this can still land with people. Obviously, it's going to get new fans, but I think like the general public is still just not going to F with this.
I think the only way that and I've talked about this before, so I'll just reiterate it. The only way that Sky First chapters can alleviate the issues that you were particularly talking about, pacing and all of that stuff. And this is where I think that from a budgeting standpoint, if they actually did this, then I can see them being concerned if it can't make its money back. If they actually did this, though. And that's with the amount of voice acting they're willing to give this particular entry. Because that's one thing I feel that even JRPG players, the Trails series asks a lot more from you when it comes to how much they want you to read that isn't voice acting. And the amount of reading that you have to do will weigh down on you depending on how fast you read. And obviously that will change the pacing depending on who you are. And the vast amount of quantity there is, even if you're burning through it, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So like you're going to get burnt out eventually. And that pacing, the slow burn pacing that is already there, it's going to like double down on you, So I feel like if they are willing to do what they did when it came to Sky Evolution, where basically the entire game was voice acted, if they treated this the same way, I feel I don't think it will eliminate it, but it will be the biggest thing that can help them when it comes to alleviating the quote unquote pacing issue that the games have. Because if you can just sit back and just listen to the characters go through it, hit auto text and just listen to it.
Yeah, people eat that shit up.
You can really, for the most part, breeze through the stuff. You're listening to it, you're paying attention.
And people get gacha games crap. That's how a gacha game works.
So it's like, I feel like that's the best thing that they can do. But I think some people were talking about they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And I feel like if they don't do that, that will be the biggest misstep that they can do for this more than anything.
All right, well, let's talk about the one deciding factor if this will be a failure or not. If this can get LP Guardian to stay awake on stream,
oh
my gosh,
I will consider this a slam dunk for Falcon.
Oh yeah, I feel like, and think about this, about if there was voice acting, he would have to actually sit down and listen to it instead of reading text and then being like, okay, well, let me actually read the text of the chat. Because if you've been in a Q stream before, people, if you say literally anything in the chat, he's going to
go into his whole life story.
He's going to stop playing the game. He's going to read your chat, and he's going to have a whole conversation about you, and just have Trails sitting in the background on some dialogue scene, right? And
he'll mute the game audio and start playing his Spotify.
Yeah, so it's like if there was voice acting and it was continuously going, I feel like his attention span to like at least finish that voice acted scene before hopping over to the chat and starting a whole conversation, that would probably help him too. But like Q is Let's just keep it real. Q's a weirdo. Q's a fucking weirdo. I love you, Q, but you're a weirdo.
I will say, we all talked about how great this series is and how much we love it.
We do.
This is gonna be a deciding factor on a lot of people continuing to play the games or not. Do we think that this game is maybe too much of a slow burn? Because this is again the game. This is an entry level. I guess you could say it's a starter Trails game because they have to build up a lot. A lot of things has got to be talked about. We got to talk about cities. A lot of stuff's
not going to pay off until the second entry.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, is it going to come out and be as good as we know it that it is? Or are people going to say it's going to come out and it's going to be like, it's not that great? I don't see
someone said in the chat themselves, and they're a fan, that in their words, the series doesn't even get good until second chapter. Which I have heard even like big Trails fans say.
I would say it doesn't get great until second chapter. I personally think that first chapter is good, especially on when you look back on everything first chapter did. You know, the whole stuff dealing with Alan Richard and whatnot. All of that stuff really does hold up very well if you go back and like see what it was doing. It was very self-contained, and obviously the cliffhanger is extremely good. I think if people just focus on what first chapter is doing and not trying to focus on what it's trying to set up for second chapter, just stuff that begin and end in first chapter, I think it's good. And like Ace said in the chat, it's not that long of a game, you know. But we did hear them talk about the fact that they are looking into adding additional things that debuted in future Trails games and retroactively adding them to this game. So we don't know. So that I think that also answers another question that I brought to the table in regards to why is this not combined with second chapter like they originally intended. And you know, one answer is, it's because they want to make more money. You know, if they just split into two, we know people are still going to buy it if it's two separate things, you know. So sure, that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is like, okay, well, if they are going to add future things from from the later games to this one, what are they? How much do they add? And is it still going to be a 40-hour JRPG, you know? Or is that going to push it up to 50 or 60? You know? So it's like, it's a lot of questions to be asked when it comes to how they're going to handle it, how it's going to be executed, how people are going to feel about the new things, and if they, you know, organically feel like, you know, they were there the entire time. Or, you know, how intrusive are the new things going to be? Because, like, you know, in regards to Zero and Azure, the stuff that they added, they were extremely minuscule. There were things that, you know, they didn't really change too much about it. And we don't know what the magnitude of those things that they want to, because I'm trying to sit down and think about what do you even want to add from the future games to Liberal in itself. I can only think of one thing, you know, in regards to one flashback that we know about, but it's like outside of that, what are they talking about? Because I don't see them adding Reen running up and down inside here, you know.
The Reen memes on Twitter have been hilarious.
Yeah, people are like, oh my god, we're gonna see Reen and he's gonna be inside the cutscene with stop.
I do have a question. Is the combat going to be like the Cold Steel series or like the Ys series?
As far as we're seeing, it's trying to be a combination of what Sky Evolution was and what Daybreak was trying to do from its turn-based side. So in the gameplay that Shadow's showing right now, there's a part where you see Estelle, she's running and then she hits an enemy, and that starts the turn-based
transition.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's going to be any action behind it. It's just you go up so basically like how Zero to Cold to Reverie were doing, where you hit an enemy and it starts the thing. But in the turn-based, it looks like it's treating it like how Daybreak did it, where I don't know if you're familiar with Trails, but in the Trails games, a lot of people complained about the fact that you couldn't separate your actions of moving the character and attacking. You had to, if you were going to move, that is your turn, moving. But if you wanted to attack the character, if you wanted to attack the enemy,
that counted as a turn.
Yeah, your character would move to the enemy and attack him, and wherever your character decided to like move, and that's just where they would land when you attacked, and it may or may not be in an advantageous location for the player, but the enemies were doing it. The enemies were moving. Let's say an enemy would like move to the side, and then they would use their attack, which would be like a projectile attack, and you can't do that. You can't move to the side and do an attack. If you did an attack, you would be running towards the enemy, hitting them, and then the character will just stay wherever they are. So Daybreak changed that to where you can move your character and then do your action, and everybody liked that. And it seems like this Trails in the Sky remake is taking that specific aspect of Daybreak, which is good. That is a very good one. If they were to take anything, because like Shadow said, there's still some people out there that aren't a fan of the action side of Daybreak, so it doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing in Sky for people like him to worry about. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine that if they're going to take anything from Daybreak, it's that.
So you're hoping it's more like what, turn-based or action-based?
Well, I mean, I'm not hoping that it's going to be turn-based. It is going to be turn-based,
Oh, okay.
So it's just that good. Yeah, it's going to be this is a full-on turn-based game. Like outside of the field, attacks that you do and hitting them from the back. It's pause. It's it is a turn-based game, through and through. So that's good for turn-based fans. Don't expect anything more than that. Anyone that thought that it was going to have action.
Seemed like that was the way to go if they were going to do this and make it appeal to a wider audience, is make it so it's action, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I thought they would do the Daybreak way where it's like a mixture of both.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
We got a super chat. Yeah, Blake, why do I keep saying this, man? What's going on, bro?
Bro, you try and interrupt Riku when he's fucking talking, bro. You go right ahead, all right? Listen, we got a super chat from Yorha Mixta with the $1.99 saying, what if first chapter ends up like 7 remake story-wise? You're talking about becoming its own continuity and retcon?
Yeah, so I have heard some rumors that some people, shout out to everyone in the JRPG Inside Shadows JRPG tab. I saw I didn't read too much into what they were talking about, but I saw enough to know what they were talking about, and they said that some things in future Trails games that we don't have allude to the possibility of this remake may or may not be doing something that 7 Remake is over there doing with their remake as well. And they're getting there. Some people are getting concerned that it may be going down the same path. Only time will tell at this point.
So if anything,
I think it all depends on the
want it
execution.
to be a 1-for-1 at the very least. But now they're gonna add new stuff or maybe change some things. You think, but keep major events. They have to keep major events, obviously.
Yeah, they definitely have to keep major events the same. But in regards to
Joshua
actively,
still in Joshua self to fuck.
Lord.
Hey man, spoiler, bro. Like, what you mean, bro? Come on, man.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, if they do or do not do that, the way Final Fantasy VII Remake does it, it all depends on the execution. I think that's the thing that I would be worried about. I wouldn't be worried about if they did it or not. I'll be worried about how is it executed. But if you aren't a fan of that, then I guess you pray to Adios herself that they don't. But with this whole farewell Ozemuria and whatnot, like people are like, oh god, that's what they mean. They're saying goodbye to the Zemuria that we know, and the new timeline is like, Jesus Christ. Some of these theories people are having are out there, but I can't fully blame them by the shit that they pulled on us back in Azure. So it's like you can't pull any or the stuff they did in from Cold Steel 4 to Reverie. Like
that's what I was thinking. I was like,
you can't fully eliminate the possibility.
Yeah, with the possibility of multiple timelines.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna
people are gonna start getting into this series. People, we gotta be careful about how we get into this. All right.
Hey man, listen. If they need to gaslight them into getting into it, hey, so be it, bro. So long as we get their money, that's all that matters.
Hey, people told me that I couldn't talk about a certain character death in Final Fantasy VII anymore. So I'm just telling you guys.
That shit's insane because I avoided that for so long, and then someone's just like, "Yeah, but so and so dies."
Okay, so
all I said was, don't take it out of the possibility because they've subverted our expectations to a degree. That was Blake talking about all that stuff. That was him. All right, don't blame that on me.
I'm putting it on you because this is your thing. So you're supposed to be controlling the narrative here in the conversation here. Okay, you're the Trails of Falcon's finest ass eater. I mean Falcon's finest. All right.
Insane.
There is like one thing that I wanted to get off my chest with this remake, which I think that it's very interesting that they're finally starting to do remakes. If they, with regards to Souls was saying earlier that he kind of wished they updated the gameplay to be like Daybreak, but I kind of feel like they're gonna start doing two things, kind of like I compare it to Pokemon and the way Pokemon works, but like they're gonna have their new games, which are gonna be like the Daybreak engine. Sorry, I don't know if engine's the right word. Daybreak gameplay, and then from like the remake side, they're gonna try and like flesh out like the classic gameplay. There's another series that does that, and it's slipping my brain. But essentially, you continue. Oh, Yakuza. Yakuza does that now. All the mainline Yakuzas are going to be turn-based, but they're going to keep making Judgment games with traditional Yakuza gameplay. So it's their way of trying to keep all of the improvements to just pure turn-based combat they established in Reverie, while also experimenting with new combat alongside like the newer entries.
Possible. I mean, like, why not both? Is you hear that? So like, I liked both of them. So like,
I like Trail's turn-based combat enough to where I'm not like super upset that it's not action. It would have been nice, but I don't mind going back to the traditional turn-based side of Trails.
Absolutely, I think turn-based is just fine.
Yeah, I assume that they're going to give Estelle and Joshua some new crafts when we play the remake, which that'll spice it up some more as well. Hell, if we were to add anything, how about this? Give us more Annalaise. How about that? Okay, how about that?
Yes, sir.
Because there's a nice chunk of first chapter that you hear a lot of people critique that. Majority of the game is just Joshua and Estelle. And people come and go. Shara's here, Shara's gone. Agate's here, Agate's gone. Jin's here, Jin's gone. But Annalaise, I've been watching. Man, what's that one YouTuber I was mentioning that's playing Trails in the Sky right now?
I know the one you're referring to. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, that guy. I've been watching him play it, and just Annalaise is kind of present through all of first chapter. And she has no reason not to tag along sometimes with Joshua and Estelle. She's just like, oh yeah, she's just chilling in the Bracer Guild, doing nothing. It's like, what the hell? If you were to change anything, how about just bringing Annalaise in, not as a permanent member, but just like in those moments where there's like, okay, this is a lot of just Joshua and Estelle. And from a gameplay standpoint, we know that these games, they are more fun when you have at least 4 playable characters, and there are some times where you only have 2 or 3 because they'll be like, oh yeah, choose between Agate and Shara. You can only bring one of them, but that still means you have a total of 3. It's like you could have thrown Annalaise in there as your 4th, So it's like change. If they were to change anything about that, just for the fluency of the gameplay, I would like that.
I think the real question is Bob gonna play it over again? Are you gonna play Sky?
No.
He's skipping. He hard skipping.
I am skipping this.
Bow. How could you, man? What's going on here?
Falcom could offer me money. I would still not force myself.
Why not, Bow? Why not? What's wrong with this?
I do not like Sky One at all.
It is a slow game.
Damn.
I do not like it at all.
But you enjoyed Sky 2?
Barely.
Damn.
It's just better than the first game. That's what I'll give it. I do not like the liberal characters for the most part.
Oof. Okay. I guess that's what that is.
I think another interesting conversation is this whole Switch thing. How do you guys feel about the fact that they're deciding to go with the Switch?
I feel like it's only a matter of time. I feel like it's gonna release for the Switch at first, and then it's gonna come to other platforms. There's no way that this is gonna just stay on Switch.
Isn't that what you said about Disgaea 6? And then we had to wait for Disgaea 6 complete like 2 years later.
It still came out, right? So
all right. If you want to consider Disgaea 6 complete the same game, but
I mean, it still came out.
It's extremely small that a company that isn't first party release a game only on a specific platform and it only is there. Like even franchises as of late that we expect to only be on here, like Persona. Like for a long time, mainline Personas were only on PlayStation. Now it's everywhere. Yeah, SMT for a long time was only on Nintendo. SMT5 is now on everything. So it's like, for a company like Famicom that has for a while, they've mostly been on PlayStation, but lately they've been putting it on basically everything that's not a fucking Xbox. So it's like, I don't think that they're gonna reverse back to, we're only doing it on one platform. I think it's more so.
That'd be insane. There's no way they're gonna put it on another platform. I don't know. I can even bet that maybe 6 months after release, it'll be on a Steam or something like that. There's no way it's just gonna be on Switch. Definitely not.
Yeah.
I know they confirmed it that for now it's only on Switch, but it's like, come on, dude. Look at history. Look at history and make an educated guess here. Come on.
Yeah, some people are like, "Oh yeah, it's because everything sells better on the Switch and whatnot." But then someone in the Famicom Hive, when they were talking about it, they were like, "Ys 10," which remember Ys 8 is the game that made Famicom consider putting more of their effort into Nintendo players. It was Ys 8 that did this. So an Ys game on Switch, which was arguably the worst version. The Ys 10, which also came to Switch, sold better on the PlayStation 5 apparently. So it's like,
oh, okay. So
it doesn't always translate to the Switch version is going to be the one that sells the best. Not every time.
I think maybe most of the time. That Switch was.
What do you mean?
I think that was back in the day where Switch was guaranteed. Yeah. Like you put your game on Switch, it's guaranteed gonna sell
to be the best one.
Now it's like maybe it might, because Switch is pretty much on the way out, I believe.
And then there are some people talking about the fact that they aren't convinced that what we see is running on Switch. They think that this is the Switch successor.
You might be right, because Switch. Yeah, you know what? It's not chugging at all. There's no frame rate drop. It doesn't look very nice. Yeah. So this might not be a Switch game.
To be fair, for I guess devil's advocate, obviously, if you focus on making your game for the Switch, you can get it to run at a satisfying and/or impressive optimization. Monolith South has proven that time and time again that if you know what you're doing, you can make it run very well on the Switch, right? And when it came to, I remember Ace told me this like a week ago or whatnot. When they created Ys 10, they didn't necessarily create it for the Switch, but they created it with the Switch in mind. So they probably are doing the same thing when it comes to this one. So there is a possibility that this is running on the Switch and they just created this with the Switch in mind. But there is also a possibility that we could see a Switch successor version of this game as well. It might just launch on both of them. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of, I guess, moving pieces in the background to take into consideration when it comes to that.
But then it's like, just to play devil's advocate, like, damn, I'll kind of hope that it looked better than that if it ain't the Switch too.
That's true. I mean, it looks good the way it is right now, but now that I look at it more, it looks a little bit too good to be Switch nowadays.
Man, people don't want to give Switch nothing.
Nah, fuck
man,
Switch,
do you not remember?
Do you not remember?
I don't know, man. Look at Xenoblade. Is Xenoblade Chronicles 3 in particular? Is that like an exception, not the rule?
No. Xenoblade Chronicles, both games still look like crap. All right, you take
what?
it. You put it on.
Well, hold up. 3? You think Xenoblade Chronicles 3 looks like crap?
You put that on like a 1080p screen. It doesn't look that great. it looks fuzzy as hell.
People had
Sometimes
to
it's got to adjust.
Xenoblade
about
Chronicles
all
3
that.
looks.
Are you serious?
I think Xenoblade Chronicles 3 looks very good.
When a lot of stuff is happening.
When it's like in a cutscene, yeah, it looks great. Don't get me wrong.
Brother.
But when you're in the day-to-day gameplay sometimes and you just going to an actual screen, not the playing on the Switch, it doesn't look that great. It looks fuzzy.
Y'all had
It
to
looks
just
a little
set
crazy.
off Shadow.
I'm sorry. Plus we had super chat, but that's what I had to say. I had to say.
All right, Blake, go ahead with the super chat.
Are we segueing to the super chat? Okay, right. We
Segue
had
to
a super chat from Nemo Propaganda, $5 super chat, saying best podcast ever. Let's go. Sky first chapter and Daybreak are slow as shit. Not gonna lie. Cold Steel 2 and Reverie had the best pacing. Cold Steel 2's pacing is immaculate. Cold Steel 2 is immaculate. And honestly, I feel like if most newcomers or a lot of newcomers started with Daybreak and they go to Sky Remake, if they can handle Daybreak 1, they won't have any issues playing Sky Remake.
Yeah, that's true, but they might be burned out from playing Daybreak because Daybreak again, it's like a setup game. These are setup games, so they're gonna take a very long time to get started. So
We'll talk more about Daybreak as a setup game in the Daybreak spoiler cast because I have some stuff to say about that. But in regards to Cold Steel 2 having the best pacing, that is I feel like there's a decent amount of people that would probably give you pushback on that one because
I would be one of them.
Yeah, I know some people that weren't a fan of the way Cold Steel 2 starts because obviously it's like, oh, I got to get all my characters back, and then there's a lot of people that aren't a fan of the way Cold Steel 2 ends because they're like, oh, Cold Steel 2, the game that never ends. He's like, I enjoyed it all, but
I think they all. I don't think there's not a Cold Steel game that's like a phenomenal pacing.
I sort of agree with Reverie only because you have the ability to just
count
hop
Reverie
straight
as a
into.
Cold Steel game? Or we're talking about
It's Cold Steel 5. It's basically.
Is it though? Is it though?
It's basically Cold Steel.
Everyone's here.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Right.
As a Trails game overall, I will say that if I had to give best pacing to any specific entry, it would probably be Reverie, and maybe Cold. This might be a hot take, and maybe Cold Steel 3. I actually like the pacing of Cold Steel 3 as
Cold
well.
Steel 3 was fine, yeah. I ain't feel that burnt out with it.
But, yeah. Good super chat. Thank you for supporting us.
All right, so everybody besides Bao, we're playing this day one, right?
Maybe.
If I have to dust off my Switch to play this day one, would I?
I kind of want to go back to the OG one, depending on how I feel.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? You got the brand new spanking remake coming out soon.
Like, I don't know. I think for one, if it's gonna have as much dialogue and pacing, I think it being in like 3D is gonna make it feel even longer, sluggisher.
Really? That's interesting. That's an interesting take.
Very interesting.
I don't know how I feel about that. I did hear someone
more pretty to do the same things.
I did hear a take from you guys' queen, Lady Pelvic. She was talking about, as you guys know, she recently got into Trails, and she was hype for when she saw this. But then when the announcement of the fact that this game will have future content coming into this, she was having second guesses about playing this remake, and
It's weird.
What Souls was saying in regards to, you know what, actually I might just want to play the original. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a subset of people that start to think that way, where they're like, well, I'm not going to be able to catch a lot of these new future references that they're trying to insert into this remake that they want me to start off with. Maybe I should just play the original version, play all of them, and then come back and then be able to catch the future new stuff that they're actually like. I don't know if they're going to add the new things in a way where it's like, oh yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, you're gonna feel left out, or are they gonna implement it in a way where it's like it just feels like an organic foreshadowing type of thing.
Yeah,
like if you look at
a rebirth thing where they start a whole new thing.
There's obviously two ways they can handle it, but it's like I feel like the way they handled it in Zero and Azure with the characters that they retroactively threw into there, it wasn't anything intrusive. It didn't feel like you were missing out on something big on like starting the beginning of Cold Steel 4. It's like you're not missing out on something. So it's like, we'll see how they handle it, but I don't think that they're gonna do that. You know,
Right.
but there is a subset of people that I have heard Souls say, you know what, I kind of just remember like that one comment I posted. The dude's like, man, all I wanted was a HD port of the original Sky. What the fuck is this remake shit? I didn't ask for this. Well, literally the entire world was asking for this, buddy. You're in the minority. But the point is, there's people out there that actually still want the original Sky games on their modern platforms, and they aren't getting that. So it's like, it is what it is.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't do that first before the remake.
Yeah, I think I was
like
telling
Atlas did with Persona 3 Reload.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they should have did it that way.
Do
Yeah,
we think
so it's
that?
like, oh, yeah.
Do we think that with this one, if it's successful, they'll go all the way up to Zero and Azure and remake those?
That's
See,
a
I
very
feel like
good
Zero
question.
and Azure, though, you wouldn't have to do a whole lot because you have all of Crossbell remade in Reverie Cold. Like you have all of it remade already, and the models are already there. You can unlock the original costumes. Like I feel like it's a lot more work to remake Sky, especially because they're younger in Sky. Like a remake of Azure and Zero wouldn't take a whole lot, I don't think.
That's true. I think they recreated so well in like Cold Steel 3 and 4 and Reverie that I sometimes forget that some events didn't happen in 3D. I kind of remember them as them happening in 3D, and it's like, no, it didn't. It happened in 2D. What am I thinking? I don't know.
See, and Ace said, I hope not Sky is enough, but I feel like the issue is that if you remake Sky, then Azure and Zero now become the alienated ones, being the only ones left in 2D.
Yeah, you're going to run into that Yakuza issue where people play Yakuza 0 and they're like, oh, this is great. And then they go play the game that's not, brought up to Yakuza 0 standards. And they're like, what the fuck is this? So it's like you're going backwards to go forwards to go backwards. It is weird. And I was like, maybe because since Trails, quote unquote, is almost over, it's like, what are they going to do when Trails is actually over, right? He's like, okay, well, they're just going to start working on the next Legend of Heroes games. Like, okay, that's possible. They could be working on Legend of Heroes 7, right? Or since they don't want to like fully like, destroy the momentum that Trails has created since 2004, there could be a side team that just kind of continues to make these remakes and just honestly just keep on going from
Kinda
maybe
like
there's
how,
a Cold Steel 1 remake. Who the fuck knows? But here's the thing.
Yeah,
if people want it, I mean, that's money on the table for them. It's like, I mean, there's a nice subset of people that like a Cold Steel 1. I think didn't Famitsu give it like that's the highest rated Famitsu Trails game? It's Cold Steel 1, weird. But the point is like if it's out there, if they see Reen cleaned up and whatnot, the Reen fan base, they like them some Reen. It's a Cold Steel 1 remake after they already remade it a Crossbell and they just kept on going with that.
Okay.
Shit, I'll be there. So like, we'll
All right. I think that's a lot of Trails talk. I think that's it. Bao's gonna love this game when he.
You're right. I'll get it for his birthday.
There we go.
Don't you dare.
We'll stream it. You know what's crazy is I think if Bao was to start it, he'd still finish it before Q finishes.
Oh no. Bro is on vacation and we can't keep his name out of our mouths.
Hey man, he's running out of time, bro. It's September. It's literally September out in this bitch, and he still hasn't made one game.
Bro, with next podcast when he joins in, when you just need to start playing the low health music from Pokemon Black and White, bro, because he's running out of time.
Yo, this man is insane, bro. He has what, 4 more months to go? Like
that buddy is screwed. He is screwed.
No, there's no way. He's got to pay Nayuta. He's got to pay Reverie.
That boy Bao's gonna be like, there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. You know what I mean? So he's coming for that boy Q.
Savage just for making that bet.
so, Bao, what you getting with your money, bro? Bao, just tell us what you getting, what you doing with it now, right now.
Resting easy. That bills will be paid for a couple months.
So he's paying your bills? You got Q out here paying your bills? Is that what he's saying? God damn.
Q's children are gonna be like, Papa, I'm hungry.
I gotta pay this other man.
I'm gonna be in the background. That's too.
Daddy has made bad decisions.
Get the digging.
I gotta pay another man's bills. I'm sorry, son. Like, it is what it is. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, chat, I'm putting her out there. She's here. Pelvic is actually around and awake, but she refuses to get on the podcast for you guys. So,
Man,
oh
man.
I'm just saying, your queen doesn't want to be here. But like I said before, Daddy's here.
Man, oh man.
He'll always be here. All right, let's move on to what's the next game? There's so many games that came. Let's talk real quick about let's get some of these rapid fires off. I don't think anybody's here really mess with Rune Factory.
Yeah, no.
I always wanted to try the series.
I love Rune Factory. I made so many Rune Factories in my Rune Factory world.
Okay, I'm assuming that's a no. But I tried to get into Rune Factory myself. It's kind of like a farming simulator, and I'm not really all that crazy about it. So, this one looks pretty good. Looks like the story is actually more serious, but I don't think I'm gonna be jumping into this one that much.
Yeah, it's the same as why I couldn't get into like Etrian Odyssey or like Rune Factory. Those types of games, they just don't do it for me.
Yeah, this one actually does.
They feel more like work than the games.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you gotta stick around and just see if your harvest got the right amount of vegetables or something like that. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to do all this. I'm just gonna move on. Anybody here gonna get it day one, or excited or surprised or don't care?
It's cool for the fans. Like I said, I always wanted to try it. So who knows? Maybe one day I will try it and like it.
Is the Rune Factory game the one you're showing on screen right now? This whole samurai looking one? I would say the aesthetic and the cell shading on it looks nice, but obviously that doesn't necessarily translate to a good game. I would probably need to see what the reviews are looking like. What are people saying about it and whatnot? Because I don't think Idea Factory has a good reputation for gameplay. Do they? I don't think they do.
This is what company is this?
I thought you said it was Idea Factory.
Isn't it Marvelous?
I don't think it's Idea Factory. They usually just do Neptunia games.
I know one thing. When they first showed this game off at the
what game is this that you're showing?
Rune Factory.
Yeah.
This is Marvelous.
Dragons,
yeah, everyone's saying it's Marvelous.
Oh, sorry. Idea Factory and Rune Factory. Sorry, I was getting them mixed up.
Okay.
Factories.
Yeah, well, when they first showed this game off, I was like, yo, what is this? But then when I seen the gameplay, I was like, what is this?
It looked like it's trying to do something.
Yeah, it looks like it might be something I might give a shot, but I don't know. I might have to.
It has gorgeous designs.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, like I said, I like the designs because I like that whole Sengoku stuff. But
we got some supers.
Got a few super chats from the homies. Got another one from Neo Propaganda, $1.99 super chat saying pelvic must be pelvic must be drama anyway. Ain't no simping here.
Oh,
hey, yo,
good
what
job,
do you mean
Nemo.
by that?
Good job. No simping. No calling her queen. All right, don't be that guy, guys. All right, stand free. We must stay strong, brothers.
She doesn't know who you are, y'all.
Okay, all right. Don't be simping for Queen Pelvic out here.
All right, and then we have a super chat from Cranberry, $20 super chat. Cranberry always with the generous super chats. We appreciate you, bro. Saying we don't need any girls. All we need is the boys. Sausage fest all day. It's a good thing Q's not here because he would probably have an aneurysm at the idea of that.
Yeah, man. It's like a certain
boy couldn't even think of FF16 because he was just vomiting the whole time. Couldn't be me.
Hey, man, it's like a certain YouTube channel says, if you know, you know. It's boys being boys. How about that? All right, if you know, you know. But thank you, Cranberry, for the $20 super chat. Yeah, we don't need pelvic around these streets.
No, man.
Pelvic slander is real.
Holy man, I'm always here for it. I'm always here for it. Let's see. So that's Rune Factory. It's a big old. It's surprising that it got announced. And like Bao said, I'm happy for the people that want it. Other than that, it's gonna come out and be a thing for me, and I'm just gonna leave it to the wayside. Let's move on to let's go to Atelier. We got a brand spanking new Atelier game out here in these streets. And guess what, people? Guess what? It doesn't have a 4 at the end of it. It's not Ryza 4. You know? It's not a game that
We're moving past that.
we're past it. We're past it. It's not a game that Q has to worry about finishing, even though he loves Ryza and everything about her, but haven't completed a single game by her. It's insane. But yes,
man.
We have a new Atelier game, Atelier Umiya. I think that's how you say it. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong.
I think you got it right.
Yeah, I hope so. As you guys know, with my history with Atelier, I didn't start until Ryza. I played Ryza 1, 2, and 3. Thoroughly enjoyed them. Think 2 is the best. And I've been paying attention to Atelier now going forward. Even with the gacha game, Resna, it's okay, but it's a gacha game. It's whatever. But this one's a new mainline entry that's actually a traditional RPG, as it always should be. And this one looks pretty good. I can't really say anything that's wrong with it. I always thought that if you're gonna go from Ryza to a new Atelier protagonist, they need to be just as captivating and look just as good as Ryza to keep this series, its attention, a level of heightened awareness that Ryza brought to the table. If you want to make another game with another protagonist, you gotta do it similar. And I think they kind of nailed it with this new protagonist. But honestly, she looks okay to me, but she looks like a Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin type of design. I don't know. That's just what it screams to me.
Crazy insult.
It's not bad, but that's just for me because honestly, I don't think all the designs in Zenless Zone Zero is great, but people love them, so
they are fantastic.
Yeah, so
I do like their designs.
Well, what do I know about it? So. And this one she looks pretty good. She looks very marketable. It looks like they'll have a lot of figures of her easily and merch. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'll play it day one.
I'm actually surprised that they actually didn't go a bit more risque with her. Because Ryza, I felt like she obviously set a new standard for the franchise. Like, people were going insane for her thighs, for her butt, and all of this stuff. And she had... I could have swore she had other characters in her squad that were just as risque, if not more, than her as well. So it's like, when you see this girl, I think her overall design is nice, but I'm surprised that they didn't try to double down on it. Even with this pose, when you see the key art pose of her arcing her back and whatnot, she has her foot over her butt, so you can't even see the full thing. So it's they're still dabbling around with what they want to do, but it doesn't seem like they tried to.
She's not wearing.
Yeah, they didn't.
Shorts. She has shorts,
they didn't.
Not tight shorts.
Yeah, so I would hope that from a gameplay standpoint, they have something unique and new that for this particular entry that will make it stand even above Ryza, because I know Ryza was doing some unique and new things for the franchise as well, and I think some people liked it, some people didn't. But I would hope that this game has some sort of aspect that it can do that as well, because we'll see what it can do and how it's going to stand up against the big shoes that Ryza left behind. We'll see.
All right. Is anybody else curious about this game, or am I the only Atelier
not
fan
in the slightest?
Actually, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one because at first, when they first showed it, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And then they said it's an Atelier game, and at first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, never mind, I don't care." But then the more I went back to watch another gameplay thing, I said, I like her design. She looks more kind of have that smirky, sinister look at her, where she looks like. She's not that clumsy protagonist or whatever. She looks like she's one of them experienced type of alchemists. I like her little while she's not as risque, I do like her design, in a sense of I love her little boosters on her shoes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty unique.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. The gameplay, it looks like she controls a lot of elements, because if you see her shooting, controlling fire, then she's controlling ice, and then some other type of element. And what else? I just think that, to be honest, I think that she is a breath of fresh air from Ryza.
Interesting. Okay.
I think she is. I'm interested. She has my interest, and I don't really could care less about the Atelier games, but she definitely has my interest.
Okay. That's good. That's good to hear. You don't hear many people wanting to get into Atelier games nowadays, but they're out here.
I am curious to see what her friends will look like.
Yeah. I mean, members. I almost forgot about that. Yeah.
You said it, Shadow. He's like, wasn't this one of the games in your video talking about how is this franchise still going?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm very interested on what their sales. What their sales and their budgets and their expectations for each of the entries are. It can't be that high if they are like.
I swear they use assets from every game.
Yeah, they probably are. They probably are good enough for them to bring over the next game. And remember, Gus isn't independent anymore. They're under Koei Tecmo, so they're getting that Koei Tecmo money.
I forgot too. They got that mobile game, which surprisingly the mobile game looks probably better than half the games they've put out. But they are probably making some money from that. Yeah, the mobile game. If you ever look at the videos, I'm like, damn, we got Mana Kamiya characters that we haven't seen in years looking amazing in this game.
Yes, sir. Yep, it does. Yeah, hey, that's what a gacha game could do for you sometimes.
They keep you alive.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is, and maybe that game will be bringing in revenue for future Atelier games. Who knows?
We could have hoped the same for Disgaea, but no.
Disgaea, you hate to see it. You hate to see it for Disgaea. So chat, is this a day one for you guys, chat? And also chat, to keep you guys updated, there's a certain somebody in our chat, in our Discord chat, that's saying they want cookies in order to come on. So that's the cost of them wanting to be on the podcast. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I can't force anybody to be
here.
Cookies
is slang for what I think it's a slang for.
Yeah, are we talking literal cookies or
because that's illegal. Like.
I can't get cookies, but I can tell you a good place to get some really good cookies.
Coercion in 2020-24? Crazy.
Coercion?
Crumble cookies.
Fuck Crumble. They all taste the same. They just shortbread.
Damn.
With a new flavor.
All right. A lot of people saying day one. They are definitely getting a day one. It's good to see this Atelier love out here in these streets, man. Now I don't have to wonder why the series is still going anymore. We got people that still enjoy it a lot. All right. I guess we should talk about Metaphor Refantaso real quick.
Was there something new?
No, I don't think so. But knowing me, by the time we go live again, Metaphor will probably be out.
Damn, it's gonna be that long, eh?
I just put a pre-order on that. On that because I watched. Speaking of Lady Pavlik, her preview video, it looked very interesting. So I'll put the pre-order.
So
yeah, Atlas out here flying people out.
Yeah, these people got
flued out. Crazy, getting flued out, wined and dined, and sitting in a comfy chair.
Why are you saying like that?
That's the term. Look it up, Urban Dictionary. Flued out.
I know, but usually the time people use that, and that's the term. It's not for that.
Hey man, it is what it is. That's what they got. Point is, they got a decent amount of YouTubers out there. Atlas got them out there to get their impressions. They all dropped their videos at the same time. Everyone who follows JRPGs probably saw the wave of Metaphor videos coming out. They're basically all saying essentially the same thing.
Making videos, they just be playing anything.
Yeah, they're all basically saying the same thing. I feel like if once you've watched one of their videos, you've watched them all. But I feel like that's probably also Atlas saying that you can talk about this, but don't talk about anything else, type of thing. So like they all came off.
Get the word of mouth out. They don't really.
Which is weird because I feel like in today's age, if you're Atlas, people are kind of really checking for anything you're putting out there. So like this very aggressive advertisement for this one. Yeah, I understand it's a new IP, but it's like. It's still to the most adjacent that it could possibly be an SMT like relative, So it's like I feel like it would have done pretty well regardless. But I mean they got the money to advertise it, and they're really pushing it. So I guess if it wasn't on your radar, surprisingly at this point, I would be surprised if it's still not. This will probably be one of the best JRPGs to come out this year. It'll probably get some awards at the Game Awards at the end of the year. I can see it. I can see it all.
It looks really good.
Another thing we can also see coming from a mile away are the people that haven't played Daybreak playing this game and being like, oh my god, this is revolutionary. What do you mean I can go from action to turn-based? This has never been done before. Atlas, you guys are fucking geniuses. I love you. This is why I follow you. And yeah, we're just going to let you guys know that those people are goofy.
So
honestly, like, oh, here we go. Oh god.
So what do we think?
Speaking of,
no, I was listening, Doug.
God,
I was listening to the podcast. I was listening.
Here we fucking go.
I was just eating my cookies.
So she did get cookies. Oh, Shadow, you did send the cookies. Crazy.
Wow.
Hey, listen, I would never send cookies to Pelvic. Okay, so you know that's
what
not
the fuck is happening right now? What the fuck?
Shadow got flown out to get cookies. What?
No.
What is happening?
He got
I don't
flew out.
understand.
Lord have mercy.
What? I'm so confused.
I'm
Say
confused.
hi to
real
the chat.
quick-
They've been
Real
thirsting
quick
for you.
about Metaphor. So, as you guys know, I haven't been following the game, but I have seen people complaining that it's a
Yo, wait, can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So
the one who's played the most Metaphor basically at this point, right?
Yeah, I played 2.5 hours of it. So here's the thing, right?
Oh god.
I don't understand, first of all, how people say it's not like Persona or Atlas. I think it is. I was reading, like, Metaphor was trending on Twitter. I clicked the link. I was curious. And one Twitter user says, why are so many people comparing Metaphor and Fantasio?
Pal, hold on for 2 seconds.
What?
I'm probably going to have to set up a different headset. My headphones are dying, people. So if you hear the audio go out, my bad. Give it a few seconds to come back.
We are now on the ad break, Riku.
Okay. No ad break. Don't say anything wild. How about we just hi, Lady, how are you doing today?
What he said.
Did you get your nice good nap? You're just waking up at 8 p.m.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna be fucking up all night.
5 p.m.
Ruined it. I don't regret it. The nap was amazing. It was awesome. I had sweet.
Did you have one of those? You know, let me stop. He said we're not on ad breaks. I was about to say something.
Yo, why are you crazy? I woke up today though, like first time or whatever, like with a migraine. Holy shit! I woke up. I thought my head was like splitting open. That has never happened to me before. I was like, what is this? That's how I feel right now. Why are you here?
Because my request was, requested.
Okay.
Request
Can you
denied.
guys hear us? Can you guys hear everything? Are we back?
Chat said it's gone again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Apologies.
it's back.
One
No, but
person
it says
and
it's back.
Okay. Apologies,
All right,
guys.
carry.
I'm sorry. Had to change the headsets. Okay.
Alrighty, carry on, Lady Pelvic.
Back to Metaphor.
Yeah, Metaphor. No, I think it's good. Like, listen, I think they tried really hard to make it its own thing. Like a new IP, a third pillar. But, like, I think it's a bit disingenuous to be like, it's nothing like Persona. Or, like, there's no parallels. Like, listen, it has the same granddaddy as Persona, as SMT, as Digital Devil Saga. Soul Survivors or Soul Hackers, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so, obviously, there are going to be parallels drawn. I think they did a good job making it feel different, whether it be, like, different terms or different atmosphere altogether, But, like, archetypes, personas, new bonds, social links. We have a calendar system. Even like the spells are the same, like Agi or whatever. So it's just very like kind of Persona or SMT in general, kind of.
Real quick, the chat didn't hear what my question was. So for context of what Pelvic's talking about, I was asking because people have been saying it looks a bit too much like Persona, and she's giving her perspective on someone that's actually played it. So if you lost on what she's even saying.
Yeah.
things.
But it sounds like those are just like SMT features more than anything, but the general masses don't SMT like that. So
I was gonna say, is it just because the first entry to like Atlas type games is Persona 5, so they think that it's just the same, but that's like how it's always been.
You know,
I heard.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say I heard someone jokingly say if Persona is the sister to SMT, then Metaphor is like the stepsister. Like what? Because they're saying it's sort of adjacent, but not really. But I mean, obviously, you can see it in their interface. They're still doing their interface thing, right?
Yeah, the interface. I mean, look,
being
even
stylish
like
and whatnot.
I feel like the poster characters, the quote unquote Akihiko, MC, and Mitsuru, they're very like similar. I know the designer said he didn't intentionally do that. I doubt that personally. But like I look at it, but you know what I'm saying? Like I look at this and think it has the same creators of like Persona 3 and all the artists, I think director and musician as well. So it's just
it has all of the DNA.
Right, it has all the fucking DNA. So
it's like a half sister, not a step sister. Okay, the DNA thing. Okay.
No, but like, I just think saying that you see no Persona in it is disingenuous. Twitter user posted like, I just don't see it, and I explained, calendar system, archetypes, the new bonds, raising like those bonds correlate to the archetypes, the social links correspond to the personas, the main characters looking like seeds, the same or seeds members, the spells being kind of like labeled the same, and one person like commented back, they were like, but bonds with allies has always been a thing for a long time in RPGs, even Western ones, so that doesn't count. And I'm like, I didn't respond to this yet, but no, it's different though. For example, how bonds are done in Xenoblade are different from how it's done in Persona. Persona doesn't own bonds and like quote unquote social links, right? Like any kind of affinity, affinity system. Yeah. Like of course not, but it's still different. But in Metaphor, it's very clearly again the DNA of Persona is there. So it's just.
I also don't see why people are saying this like it's a bad thing. I thought people liked Persona.
What's the problem?
I thought people liked Persona. I thought people liked SMT. So like a third pillar, I thought that this would be. I feel like people are just it's the loud minority that are like, oh my god, he's trying to tell me this is another Persona type of thing. You're gonna be there day one. they're all gonna be there day one. They're all gonna enjoy it. There's this loud minority whining about it right now, and when it comes out, everybody's gonna.
Now, to be fair, they're whining because of what Atlas said first, that they were,
I guess,
going back to that, blah, blah, blah.
Set up certain
so I understand, at least. It's not just baseless complaining.
No, what do you mean? Because Atlas did what?
Back when this was still Re Fantasy, they're planning for this to be like some return to like the origin of table.
Did it? What the hell just happened? Why did I lose everything? What the hell just happened? What just happened?
Breaker, bro, with the chat. DMs. I DM'd you something you'll like.
Yeah, I blocked you. Sorry.
Ma'am, it's...
Guys,
I see it. I see it.
All right, we had a super chat in your absence here from Ricardo. Scroll back up. Ricardo Belmont with the $5 super chat saying, reminds me when Duke was explaining Dungeon Dice Monsters to Yami, kept saying, so it's like Duel Monsters in the abridged version.
That's hilarious comparison, actually.
So it's Persona, but it's not really Persona. Is that what we're saying?
I don't like
Persona.
Yeah,
like I said, I can't comment because I've been looking at stuff.
It's an SMT game.
It really does kind of feel a little, closer to SMT. I haven't even played. What's the ones where like you turn into the monsters in SMT?
Digital
Devil. Yeah, because you turn into them. You don't.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No gameplay spoiler. How dare you?
Oh,
Oh my god,
shit.
she went to a private event and then brought back fucking spoilers.
Yo, dog, that's
Crazy.
crazy. I'm so sorry.
Hey, what?
This is rich coming from Pelvic too, man.
How
Oh man,
dare
my day
you.
You know what?
ruined.
After
You
said that,
ruined
though,
my
Yeah, my-
experience. I'm not going to the game.
Wait, is Shadow on a different mic? Am I tripping?
He's
Shadow,
on a
can you hear us?
different server.
Yo, that boy Shadow been having all types of issues today. Crazy.
He said I wasn't prepared for this.
Like I thought he was somebody else when he was talking just now.
And he
But
was getting
now
on
now
us.
I'm fucking scared. I'm like, am I wrong? They do turn into them, right? Am I crazy? Am I spreading misinformation?
And she
Okay.
keeps talking about it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
crazy.
keep. Yeah, it's.
And this is your queen, people. The spoilerific queen.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
hey,
don't
Shadow.
come at me with the spoilers.
I
Like, y'all,
got a few DMs lined
Shut
up right
your
now for
mouth.
Pelvic.
Shut your mouth.
What's about Reen Schwarzer?
All right, so are you? So you're good to go, Shadow? Everything's good.
Yeah,
Chat. Can you hear us?
We should be good now. We should be good. I pray we're good now. Okay, so Metaphor comes out in about a month. Do we think this game is a shoo-in for a Game of the Year nominee?
I do not.
Yeah,
For the simple
I
fact it's
actually
not
don't think
RPG.
so.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't you think so, Bao? I'm curious. Why don't you think so?
You have to remember what the public likes. Yeah, it looks awesome to us, but a colorful RPG like this that's not Final Fantasy, you really think they're going to mess with it like that? Game of the Year?
Not
Here-
okay.
here-
No. Nomination. I don't think it's gonna make Game of
Not
the Year.
even that.
Oh, Game
Honestly.
of the Year? Okay, no. I thought we were talking about RPG of the Year. No.
Yeah,
I don't-
RPG of the Year, sure, but straight up
RPG
Game of the Year?
definitely.
Nah.
No.
No,
nowhere
because
near
Final
close.
Fantasy. Because Final Fantasy. As long as Final
Yeah, Rebirth
Fantasy
is right
7
there.
is in the running, then it's just
And
not gonna
also,
happen.
Jeff has shown Metaphor at like Summer Game Fest and stuff, so he knows about it. So it will, at minimum, it will be nominated for Best RPG.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That
I'm
is
saying
probably all it will get. It probably won't even
Like we
get
said,
best,
like
best
we
score.
discussed, Arise
It'll be
won
one of
its
them-
year,
it'll be one of
and
them
Fire
quick
Emblem
awards,
won
too.
its year. So
wait a
Meta-
minute. Wait. Time out. We don't think Metaphor can even be nominated for Game of the Year. What are
No.
the surefire choices for Game of the Year this year?
Wukong,
Astrobot,
FF7,
What else?
maybe
Remake,
Astrobot if it
Rebirth.
delivers.
Okay, what else?
Rebirth.
We already said that.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebirth.
Like 2. Hold on.
um,
Wait. Bao, speak again. What did you say? You said
Marine too. I
you
don't know.
said 3 things. You said Final Fantasy 7.
Wukong.
Uh-huh. Wukong. I said
Astrobot.
Astrobot if it delivers because it's not out yet.
Astrobot.
Oh,
Okay,
maybe that.
yeah, that
we're all-
platformer from
Don't forget
PlayStation
about the
everyone's
Elden
freaking
Ring
out about.
tree.
Okay, so wait a minute. Time out. We're reaching
A
with
DLC?
Astrobot already, and now we're saying a DLC is also in there.
You
We
say
don't
that,
think
Shadow, but I don't know if you've seen
Metaphor
how
can make a
hyped people are
nomination.
for Astrobot. Like, people
Okay.
are going nuts for it.
Okay, even if Astrobot is there, we still got three more spots remaining, don't we?
There.
Shadow of
Sonic
the Earth Tree
Generations
DLC.
will be there.
DLC.
DLC?
Yeah.
We're gonna put
That thing
DLC
was-
in
but
a
that
nomination for
was
Game
that
of the Year.
wasn't just.
They're
a
gonna make an
DLC,
exception.
That was
It's
a
Elden
full-price
Ring.
game. That was like not
I
a
know people
full-price,
love
but-
Elden Ring.
So some people in the chat are saying Helldivers possibly.
Dude,
I heard the
Helldivers
current
is a good one.
state of Helldivers is kind of rough.
Exactly. I don't think
I could see
Helldivers
it
is-
getting nominated for best
Somebody said
multiplayer
Power
or
World.
something.
Best ongoing game, if they're not going to give it to Genshin or Final Fantasy 14 like they do every
The
year.
Sonic X Shadow will not.
They
be
said
there.
Dragon's Dogma 2, but I heard mixed responses on that.
Yeah.
So again,
I
Think
think
about
Dragon's Dogma
Dogma
2 is
2.
good enough to be there.
so hold
Like,
on,
you probably
hold on,
won't win
guys,
much.
hold on. Again, we don't have a surefire
Oh,
list
Hellblade,
for Game
that-
of the Year.
for some reason, like
Really?
So
Hellblade,
I
you
don't
think so?
see why
Bro,
Metaphor
Hellblade
can't
gonna
I
be
be
don't
in there.
care for it, but I know.
Hellblade
Yo,
will
do
be there.
I smell a bet happening? Are
Keep
you
in
ready
mind,
to throw it
Shadow.
out?
I'm just going off with like the general gaming public likes, not our taste.
Same.
I
And I know they don't mess with games that look like Metaphor.
I
That's all
feel
know.
like Metaphor can be the first to break a mold to be at least nominated. I'm not saying win. I'm saying nominated for Game of the Year.
I don't think
Also
Atlas is going to get a
Stellar Blade.
Game of the Year nomination. Oh, Celebrate 2. I don't think Atlas is going to get a Game of the Year nomination until Persona 6.
I feel like there's a lot
Yeah.
of
I was
coverage
about to
going
say
on
that.
here.
Ooh, he's kind of right though.
All
I
right.
don't like that, but he is.
All right, isn't there a new Call
okay.
of Duty coming out?
Yeah,
It's
the
Call
Call
of
of Duty,
Duty.
the game, the
Black
people
Ops
getting their
6, baby.
Back blown out.
please. Oh my god.
I mean,
Crazy.
how many
Those
years
but,
has
Those clips are wild.
The held hostage shit.
Call of Duty doesn't really get nominated for Game of the Year these years?
Yeah,
So,
especially since it doesn't have a single player anymore.
So it's kind of
Some people are saying Space Marine 2. That's actually probably.
Oh right, that's
I'm
Probably
looking
really
forward to
good.
Space Marine too, actually.
Been a
Either
lot of
way-
buzz about it.
Either way, like I said, I think there's not that many Game of the Year nominees this year. It's strong that JRPG could be in there.
I could see it, but like you got to remember one of the years. What's that one game with the two puppets? Campaign co-op. It Takes Two won its Game of the Year. And
yeah, but that's because Jeff was sucking the dick of the dev. That's why.
Yeah, but he also sucks on the dick of like PlayStation. He also sucks on the dick of like PlayStation first-party games as well. And Astrobot, from a gameplay standpoint, is just on the same par as It Takes Two. Like, sure, it doesn't have its campaign co-op thing, but it's like people are flipping out over Astrobot for what it represents. So it's like, I don't see how Astrobot won't get a nomination, especially since first-party PlayStation games have basically been non-existent.
We also had Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail come out this year. Honestly, that might be what gets best RPG.
I don't know about Dawn Trail. If it was like Shadowbringers or Endwalker, maybe, but I don't think Dawn Trail's like one of those insane expansions for that.
It didn't crash the servers like the last two did.
Isn't there like a specific category for that though? Like
ongoing games.
Okay. Can we say that maybe that possibility will be stronger for Metaphor to be one for Game of the Year?
I mean,
let me ask you this, Shadow. What specifically about Metaphor makes you think it is that game? Is it just it looks good and there's little competition this year?
And there's a lot of coverage for this game that I have not seen a lot. Like Atlas is going hard in this game. Like you said, they flying people out to play this game. So I think there's a chance. There's a chance.
I can see where Shadow's coming from.
Now, do we think if the Metacritic score is at least above an 88, is that possible at that point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even then, I'm so on the fence.
I would say. Well,
keep in mind, Alice also has 3 major RPGs this year. I just don't see Metaphor over both 3 remake and
but 2 of them are like re-releases.
That is true.
Metaphor is their like flagship game this year at the very least.
Essentially, they're really
honestly. I feel like Sparking Zero has a better chance of getting nominated for Game of the Year than Metaphor.
Yeah, what?
Okay. I'll be honest. I kind of agree with
fighting game.
Kind of agree with Blake.
It's Dragon Ball, bro.
You might as well throw in Gundam Breaker at this point.
Honestly, now keep in mind, it's fucking Dragon Ball, and Akira Toriyama just passed away.
Sparking Zero means something.
I don't know about that. Maybe fighting game.
Honestly, yeah, because Akira Toriyama just passed away as well,
I can see winning best fighting game. I don't think
I can see Dragon Quest HD 2D being over there.
Did Tekken 8 come out this year?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
Tekken 8 was this year.
Yeah, Tekken 8.
Yeah, Tekken 8 was this year. Also, Prince of Persia Lost Crown, but I don't think that shit's getting nominated. Unfortunately, I love that game.
Okay, so somebody in the chat said there's no coverage outside of RPG content creators. Didn't I see Asmongold say something about Metaphor?
God.
So,
Lord?
It's out there.
Yo, that guy's
if he did, then
on my YouTube.
That guy nasty as hell. I ain't touching his copy.
Isn't he getting a Power Wash DLC? Crazy.
No, they don't have the tools strong enough for that job.
No, okay.
All right.
I could see it, Shadow. You've convinced me that there is definitely a possibility.
There's a possibility.
However small that is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I would say if I had to put a number on it, I would say 20%.
I was gonna say 30. I was at least gonna say 30. 30%.
I'll give you 30.
In the middle, and I'll go for 5.
I'll give you 30. The Lord?
All right. So since somebody mentioned it, let's talk about Dragon Quest 2D HD remake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's see.
Is Lady Pelvic back?
Yo.
There she is.
So yeah.
I legit didn't know she left.
Okay.
Jeez.
Damn. He said my presence does not make a difference. Holy shit.
I didn't know you left. My bad.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I wasn't even trying to be mean with that. I didn't know she left.
Whatever.
Anyways,
I know.
Go ahead, Shadow.
You see how Pelvic just loves to twist things? I'm just saying. Anyway.
Twist things? It's just true. He was like, I didn't even know you left. He's like, I mean,
to be fair, when I said that the bout the other day, he kicked me out of his Discord. Pretty wild.
Yo,
I moved you to another channel,
so
which is Purgatory, and you're on PS5, so you didn't know how to get out.
That was very not nice of you. Anyway, continuing on, Dragon Quest.
So Dragon Quest 2D HD remake is coming soon. It's coming out in November. Looks good every time I see it. Looks better every time I see it. And is this a day one for everybody here?
Nope.
Probably.
Yes, sir.
Well, the fact that
else
people are
is coming
saying
out
that
right
from
now.
a story
say it
standpoint, you can
depends.
start here. I might.
It depends. On
I think from a story standpoint, you're supposed to start here, right? Because it's the first game in the trilogy.
Correct.
That's what they're saying, right?
Which is why they're releasing 1 and 2 after 3.
And
Correct.
if there isn't any significant gameplay things that'll make me feel like I'm missing something going from 3 to, because the order chronologically is 3, 1, 2, right, Bao?
Yeah.
3, 1, 2?
But
Okay.
I'm assuming you know about one's party system or lack thereof. I don't know how they're going to handle that.
Yeah. So I think it depends on that, because if there are gameplay mechanics that obviously don't get introduced until 3 and they're keeping the remakes that way, then I still may want to start off with going 1, 2, 3, even if the story says otherwise. So
Which is
that might be
understandable.
that might be the way I go about it. So I might not be there day one. Is this coming out before 1 and 2 remake or after?
It's coming before. We don't know when 1 and 2
I'll-
are coming out. They just said next year for 1 and 2.
Yeah,
so-
I'll probably be waiting for 1 and 2.
So, Souls, what do you think about this?
Like I'm not super like interested in day one. I definitely want to play it, but it depends on what else is coming out around the time that this comes out. Because I could be. When does this come out, by the way?
November 14th.
14th, yeah. There we go.
When does Fantasio come out?
October 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's gonna be hard.
Interesting.
Keep in mind, well, Arkham Zero comes out on the same day as
that's another thing.
Zero.
That's another thing.
Yeah,
I can multitask when it comes to that. I can multitask when it comes to that.
I gotta save money.
Now, time out here for a second. Time out. This is a JRPG podcast, and y'all not putting the respect on the grandfather of JRPGs out here. Like, what's going on here, man? Dragon Quest III is a major influential title for a whole bunch of JRPG developers.
You know I'm shallow. Did you slam a controller?
Shallow.
Oh my god. Y'all insane. Pelvic.
Oh no, Mazio in the chat saying Dragon Quest is boring as fuck. Hey, yo.
Oh my god. Lord have mercy.
Man,
Pelvic,
oh man.
Pelvic, tell me you're excited for this and you're playing it day one. Ah, man.
Shapes.
All I heard was controller.
Is she even here?
Oh my god.
Are you playing Overwatch in the background?
No.
You better not be playing Overwatch in the background.
I'm not. No.
Plays Overwatch in 2024.
No. I'm not. First of all, I do, but I'm not playing. So what happened is I left to go. No. I left to go check out something, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell them I left because my fucking presence doesn't make a difference. So whatever. And then I came back, and I was like, oh, they're looking for me. So hello, I'm back.
They're looking for me. Okay.
So,
I was like, oh, now I'm worth it. Okay. And the answer to, like, I did hear you guys talking about Dragon Quest, and no, it's not my day one at all.
Oh my god, the grandfather of JRPGs.
You've played Dragon Quest 7 and which other ones? Or Dragon Quest 7.
Yeah, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 11.
And which one is your favorite?
It's between 5 and 8. You can't go wrong.
5 and 8, and
yeah.
And are you interested in 1, 2, and 3?
No.
No.
The grandfather of JRPGs. How many times am I gonna say it?
Bro.
Listen, I just have other games to play. That's all.
That's all.
I just have other games to play. It's not like I hate it. I don't hate it. I'm just like, I just have other games to play. You need to calm down, sir.
This boy Shadow acting like someone just left the church. This boy crazy, bro.
Seriously.
Is this a day one for you, Shadow?
It's a day negative one for me, okay?
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because he'll turn around and be like,
he's a day negative. Is he getting an early copy or some shit?
I don't care whose dick I gotta suck to get an early copy, but I'm getting it for this one, all right?
Clip that. Clip
I'll help you.
That was crazy. Clip it up.
Listen,
he said every drop.
I don't know who said all that, but anyway,
every drop.
Yeah, this is
every drop.
This is a day one. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put some respect on the grandfather of JRPG's name and play this because I played every single Dragon Quest except for the first 3. So I gotta get in on that and see if it's as hype. Well, it's probably not as hype as people say. It's just it's just an old game that a lot of developers look to, and it's very influential. Also, pause. No Diddy.
We'll see if it holds up. Because you know how people go, man. When remakes come out, especially with the amount of remakes that we've gotten over the years, there's usually a subset of people that are like, this is cool for its time, but since this remake is basically damn near a 1-to-1, it shows its age in certain areas, whether it's gameplay or even story. So we'll see if this game can hold up in those regards, or if some people would be like, it's still a Dragon Quest game, people, and if you don't like a lot of the Dragon Quest games, then this still may not be for you. This may not be the one to change your mind on that. So we'll see how that holds up, but it seems like there's a lot of positive reception for Dragon Quest anything, so I think it'll be fine.
All right.
I do think that issue is a real problem. Like, if you played the newer ones, I doubt this will be for you if you didn't like those.
When you say newer ones, are you talking about Dragon Quest 11 in particular, or even more than that?
Honestly, anything past even 5 and on.
Yeesh. Okay. Really interesting.
See, I've never gotten far into Dragon Quest games, so this will be like my first genuine attempt at it. And if I don't vibe with 3, I just probably won't try the rest of the series.
My God, Dragon Quest people. Japan.
Yeah, you're seeing people in the chat. They're talking about 1 and 2 are not that good, but 3 is a very influential one. They're treating this like it's JoJo's or something. Oh, JoJo's popped off at Stardust Crusaders. Forgetting part 1 and 2. What are they? What is this, JoJo's? Like, what's going on here?
Dare they? Okay, part 1 was awesome. I fucking love part 1.
I do like part 1.
I love part 1. Anyways.
Okay. Point is, people are like, it doesn't pop off until 3. We'll see about that.
All right. I will be getting it day 1, and we will be playing it. Let's move on.
Is that just because of the graphics, or
no? Because I'm very interested in it. I always wanted to play Dragon Quest 3, and I never actually got a chance to play it. So
yeah, I've always wanted to play the game that the guy from Smash Bros is from.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, if they re-release Grandia 3, that's a different thing.
Wasn't that the wait?
I would buy that day 1. Yep.
Is that the one? I forget what the Sky
on
Pilot?
PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that one.
I don't know because I've never played it.
That's the one with the weird Disney Channel song that popped up in the middle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and the battle theme is great. Yeah, that battle theme was amazing.
Yeah, it's not getting re-released for a little bit, but it is getting re-released. Suikoden 1 and 2, baby. Segue.
So it seems that Suikoden 1 and 2 finally got a release date. It's coming out, I think, early next year, I believe.
March, I think March 7th or something.
Hey Shadow, Hey Shadow, can you pronounce that correctly for us?
No, I can't. No.
It's sweet. It's sweet. Say it with us. Suikoden.
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 Wow, we were really just put. That's so me. That's crazy.
Alright, so
moving on.
What are your friends? Get new friends. Holy shit.
It's amazing.
Wild.
So yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about these 2 games. I haven't played them myself, so I definitely will be giving these remasters a try.
You've never played these games before? JRPG gone?
No, this is the one series that has eluded
that got away.
That got away, yeah. The only one I played was Taylorcleese, and I think that came out on DS.
Did you blame you, Shadow? Because at the time when we were probably really getting into these games were probably really expensive or really rare.
Yeah.
Did you Shadow? Did you play Eiyuden Chronicle when that came out, or did you pass on that?
100 Heroes. Didn't that come out this year? That came out this year, right?
Yeah, it came out this year.
I played it for a little bit. I think it needs some patches. I can't get into it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's really unfortunate because that's Murayama's kind of last work, and it was pretty.
Game?
Yes.
It's always a Kickstarter game.
No, okay, but to be fair, he had a lot of his original developers, back him up. It wasn't just a guy came back, a forgotten developer came back or anything like that. No, he had Junko Kawano and he had Michiro Naruki. She wasn't part of the original thing, but she did Wild Arms, and Wild Arms' music is fantastic. Unfortunately, she did not bring that for Eiyuden, I gotta be honest. But
I heard for Eiyuden, a lot of the creators' game philosophies were still very present in that game, and people felt very mixed about that. Is that true?
Yeah, like the whole saving thing.
You mean the whole what saving?
Like the fact that you can only save on the world maps.
Well,
Yeah, save points.
Oh, I didn't think that was a problem.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about that.
What?
Did they also have random encounters?
Someone talking
as well?
about the item management or something like that.
I didn't have that issue for the simple fact that you didn't really get too many items, or at least a variety of them, I should say. But it does use the old item management from like the classic Suikoden, so it's not modernized at all.
Yeah, I'm interested in how well Konami is going to knock this one out the park, because Suikoden 1 and 2, they definitely deserve it. But this is Konami we're talking about, so it's like they're the wild card in this.
Known quantity,
you know, and obviously we assume that the only reason this even exists was because Eiyuden Chronicle was popping off at right before.
Yep.
Well, not right before it came out, but you know, as it was coming out, Konami's like, "Oh, you guys want Suikoden? Hey, we got Suikoden here, right here." And then they tried to get it out before Eiyuden, and then Eiyuden was like, "Okay, we kind of, you know."
Honestly, shouts to Eiyuden for the sacrifice.
Yeah, Eiyuden didn't really do as well as it wanted to, and now Konami is just like, "Oh, we're gonna delay Suikoden. We'll talk to you guys later," and then they kind of disappeared, and now we're hearing back from them. So it's like it's odd.
Yeah, also, I just want to bring it back to metaphor real quick. I am correct. You do turn into the things. I was rewatching.
She's like correction, guys. It was a spoiler, and you do that.
It's not a spoiler.
It's true.
It's not. I just wanted to listen. I didn't want to spread misinformation.
Lady Pelvic, to be fair, the people that want to go in completely blind, you ruined it for them.
Nah. Okay. Why the fuck? No. You
I haven't seen any trailers.
No. If you come into a JRPG podcast that's blatantly talking about metaphor or all these games, like you are opening yourself up to things that aren't spoilers, but you may consider them as spoilers.
Who wants to talk about Daybreak?
See, I am somewhat okay. Like if you talk about that, then I'm outie. You know, I'm fucking outie. Whatever. But even still, yeah, you guys can talk about Daybreak, and you know what happens? I just be like, oh, I'm gonna go, and then you guys tell me when I can come back in. It's very simple.
Not very inclusive.
So what you're trying to say is what you should have said.
Shut up.
Getting back on track, I will say this for those of you playing Suikoden for the first time with these: if you do not vibe with Suikoden 1, do not skip Suikoden 2. Please give it a try. It is such an amazing game.
So
even if you didn't like one,
so if I think one is trash, I gotta still play 2. Is that what you're saying?
At least play the intro and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's great.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it.
Hey, this isn't getting a 2D HD. It's just a remaster, right?
Yeah, just a remaster.
The backgrounds are redone, actually.
Beautiful.
Some of them.
It looks gorgeous.
Like the water effects are nuts on these.
Yeah.
Also, let me say, this is like for those who haven't played Suikoden 2 specifically, you are in for some of the greatest storytelling you've ever seen in your fucking life. I'm just throwing that out there.
That's another one I'm really pumped for.
Like Suikoden 2 is fucking like so good, man. Suikoden 2 blew my fucking mind. I ain't even gonna lie. That game was amazing. Now Riku's downplaying it. It's pretty good. Nah, this shit was fire. That shit was so good.
One of the best JRPG villains. One of the best story dynamics. Just really great game.
Like literally all around. Like rare. Yeah, it's rare time that Bao and Pel agree is crazy.
You guys are hyping this up, so when I play it, you know what? Can I just start with 2?
No.
Really? I mean, you can.
No.
They're not heavily connected, but don't do it. Just play through 1. Enjoy your time with it. It's not a bad game. It's a very good game, right? And then you get to Suikoden 2, and you're going to see all the improvements, and you're going to like it. Okay.
Would you just play Crossbow? Would you just play Crossbow and skip Sky?
Lord?
No, I didn't.
All right then. All right then.
Okay. I didn't know that
it's not that heavily connected.
That's why.
Okay. It's really not that heavily connected. It's not.
I thought it was like Final Fantasy or something like that, where you could just jump in there.
Is it like a Chrono Trigger Chrono Cross situation where it's like loose?
No, technically all the Suikoden games are connected via plots. Technically. Like they're in the same world, but they usually take place years apart.
Yeah,
and you may see like a few reoccurring characters, but that's kind of it.
Yeah,
like you'll get more if you know the backstory, but
yeah, you just get more hype of like seeing characters from past games and stuff because you know what they've been through.
So if you play Pokemon, think of it like Cynthia popping up in a future game or something.
Right. Well, Black and White. Shadow, remember this is Lady Pelving and Bao saying this. Don't put me in that group. Right, so if you came back and you start flipping out about some things, to take it out with them.
My expectations are high. All right, so I better.
And me and Bao will combat you, no problem. If you suck at the game, we'll be like, that sounds like a fucking Shadow problem and not a Bao and Amber problem. So yeah,
that's usually the other way around for you guys. So
Lord,
I don't know about that, but okay.
I'm sorry. What you? Excuse me.
I think
run that by me one more time.
I think you heard
me.
Run that by me one more time. I'm
pretty
sure you heard me. Like some people have trouble with games when I don't because some people aren't that great.
Lord?
Wow. Wow, what does he mean by that? What does he?
Yeah,
what
the five.
That was like mad.
Fucking elaborate. Yeah, elaborate.
He said, "I'll leave you to decipher that."
Listen, you gotta interpret that any way you want. All right, I'm not gonna throw any names out there. Okay, even though Star Ocean is a pretty easy series to when I played it. That's a long
Oh
time.
my god!
Yo, that's what this is about.
Yo, wait a minute.
Man,
I didn't even say Star Ocean was difficult. I didn't say it was difficult. Where is this coming from?
I literally just mentioned Star Ocean as a random game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yo, you are so okay. Now
you got
crazy. For the record, I'm playing Star Ocean Second Story for the first. Well, I beat it today, but I'm playing it a second time.
Oh wow! Yeah. I did not know that.
I'm about to fucking.
Okay, answer the question. Did Star Ocean 2 live up to the hype?
Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. It is the most fine game. It's a fine game. Like I don't even hate it. It's a fine game. It's not bad. Like I would never say it's a bad game. That's not true. But it is fine.
People hold Star Ocean 2 as one of the best JRPGs of all time, Lady Pelvic. How could you?
They just never played Suikoden 2, so that's crazy. Like they just never played Suikoden 2. I get it. They've never played, Persona 4 Golden. I get it. I understand. These are the people that haven't.
Listen, Riku. I think at the end of the day, Star Ocean at this particular juncture is a pretty mid series.
It is like
man. Remember, Shadow. Remember. When Star Ocean 2 Remake got announced, well, even before Star Ocean 2 came out, what did you hear? Oh, if Star Ocean 2 is, man, it's the one game in the franchise that's a phenomenal game. And then when it got announced, like, oh, you guys are in for it. This is peak right here. Best JRPG of all time. And then it came and went.
Voice. What are these voices?
Told y'all to temper your expectations.
I'm pretty sure I tuned Bao out, as I normally do. Except for the times that he agrees with me. Except for the time he agrees with me. So he's on Bao's valid. Nah,
I'm just saying.
So it's
just you see it happen a lot with classic JRPGs where it's like when it's not available on modern platforms and it has a little cult following, people are like, this is the greatest thing of all time. And I'm not throwing any shade at Suikoden. I love Suikoden as well. But it's like I can see some people popping about out of woodworks and be like, I think this one is kind of overhyped, just like they did Star Ocean 2 or Live Alive or.
Hold on, Riku, just like they're gonna do for Sky Remake. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, maybe as well.
Lucky that Blake is muted because he probably would have fought you over that Live Alive comment.
I've heard some people that are like Live Alive. No, I've actually heard some other people like Live Alive is not as good as people were saying.
Okay. I think we all need to back up, and sometimes we're just in our little circle. Hold on, no. I think we're all just in our little circle sometimes where we hear a few things. Whatever, maybe say it's 5 people. 5 people does sound like a lot, but in the grand scheme, when there's like 8 billion people in the world, I think it's just 5 people who suck.
Lord? Are you saying?
I'm just
are you saying you're one of those people when it comes to Star Ocean 2? Or are you, or is your opinion the factual one?
It is the factual one, obviously.
Lord?
And you know what's interesting, pal? Like, if you played Star Ocean Second Story and you really liked it, I would still not recommend you go to the other games in the series, except for maybe 3.
That's what it is. Wait. I have a question. Is 3 the one with the black girl with like the bells on her?
No.
Yeah.
Black girl with the bells.
The circus girl.
She's like she was a black girl. I think she had like spiky pigtails. She was blonde.
Yeah.
Nah, she black or dark skin.
I'm thinking of green hair.
Oh my lord. Okay, dark skin. This man, motherfucker.
You know how they go, man. They never want to give it to you.
No, the crazy thing about that girl,
they never want to give it to you.
Because she gets captured and then spoilers, I guess. But like, is that what you're about to say?
Yeah. The crazy thing is though, you can completely miss it and not have her in your party for the entire game if you don't follow some specific steps or something.
Well. I didn't get that far. I literally was on like the first dungeon. Like I don't know, I was on a ship, dude, and I did not like it. I was like, what the fuck? I dropped it like real soon, and I did not vibe with it at all, like at all. So
I feel like Star Ocean 3 is the type of game where you got to build up your character to actually make it like actually fun, because you can feel like you're bare bones for the first, like, I want to say few hours of the game.
That's so funny, because Star Ocean Second Story, I felt like it was bare bones the entire game. So you're not like,
wow.
I just
all anyone does in 3 is spam Dimension Door. That's it.
I love
or Air Raid.
Oh yeah, that was the combo. Dimension Door and then Air Raid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still say, if you like Star Ocean for gameplay, at least try 4. Because 4 is the best gameplay in the series. Still really fun.
I can give you that one.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
Nah, I'm done with stuff. Listen,
right. Blindside Mechanics was really good in Star Wars.
It's not that that's fine. The gameplay is great, but I'm not a gameplay girl. Gameplay is important, obviously, yes. But like, I need a story. I need to care about.
Aren't you the Tales of Grace's F girl?
Okay, there's an exception. There are exceptions, okay? And also, the power of friendship made for a great story. I don't know.
It really did. Thank you. I don't know why people be making that.
Hey, yo, new bestie.
If it's done well, I don't mind.
New bestie. Let's go. All right. See, he knows what's up. Thank you.
She did miss the Tales of Grace's F talk.
Grace's F is so great.
So don't hype her up.
Okay. I said it before, like earlier today. I'm like, the story.
Your new queen.
Y'all be hating on that. The story.
Grace's F.
Yeah.
Grace's F. I love Grace. Listen, I love Grace's F. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm here for. It's my favorite Tales of a game. I don't care.
You're what, over Abyss?
Yep.
Get out of my podcast.
Crazy.
Like, listen. At the very least,
not him hovering over her profile.
I'm sorry, Pelvic got a little bit crazy there, chat. I had to mute her for a second. She was talking insane. I'm gonna let Pelvic come back. All right.
Yeah.
We got a super chat.
Right.
Listen. Go ahead, Blake. Go ahead.
Oh, there's no super chat. I just heard Riku was slandering Live Alive while I was peeing. What the fuck is going on, Riku? You want to spit your piece, bro? You want to slander?
Hey, look. I still want to play Live Alive. Hey, take it out with your boy. Take it out with your boy. Okay.
I'm gonna mute both of
you
guys.
I need to say something.
Okay, I need to going crazy. Go ahead, pal.
I need to say something right quick. I want to be very clear. I love Abyss. If someone said like, "Oh, Abyss is the better game than Grace's," I would understand. I wouldn't even fight it, because I actually do really like Abyss. It's just Grace's F is my favorite. That's all I'm saying. That's what I love Abyss. I really do. I think Luke is an amazing protagonist. So I ain't playing that objective game. But Abyss is an amazing game, and if people are like, "Oh yeah, it's better," I would be like, "I hear you." I'd be like, "I hear you."
Okay,
you know,
fair enough. Okay. Sorry, Blake and Rika. I had to mute you guys for a second. We kind of had to, fix it back into
where
look.
Right.
It's
Blake,
fine. I know what Rika's asshole is. Don't worry. I don't need to hear this.
I was just making an example.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make an example out of you. Okay, just calm down. All right. We'll talk later.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Blake is right though. Live Alive is amazing. Live Alive is
my favorite JRPGs of all time. Honestly, I think it's a tie between that and Xenoblade 1 is my favorite JRPG of all time. Live Alive is peak.
That is actually really crazy. That is really crazy. I mean, I love Live Alive, but
that sounded crazy.
Yeah,
I will play Live Alive, and I will be the judge of that.
And I don't even like. I mean, I have my words for Xenoblade.
I think I would have appreciated more if I didn't play all the other games like it, like Octopath and Mana and blah 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 blah.
What do you mean like it? Wait. What do you mean like it? Mana and Octopath isn't like that. What are you talking? What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I mean. The multiple characters, and then they all meet up at the end, and it's been done before.
Okay.
Mana's like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I meant Saga.
Brain is like processing.
Okay.
Hold on.
It is processing. Okay, so. Just because games share a similar element doesn't mean it's the same. That's crazy. That's like saying every game that has fishing is like Breath of Fire. Like, that's so crazy. So
you're going to deny that all these games have the same premise at their core? A bunch of characters on their own individual stories.
But Live Alive is so different.
Because that's time periods. That's why.
No, because every character has a different gameplay element.
Yes, I get that, but still, it's still the same concept.
No, it's that. Okay, all right, get off my fucking phone. Oh my god, just like that is. Oh, okay, all right.
Okay,
all right. Shadow, go get your man. Shadow, get your man.
So about you actually played it though.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Bow.
Okay.
Yeah, he played it.
I'm not even saying it's bad. Jesus.
All right, let's get back on.
Back on to Suikoden.
Okay,
all
right.
The only reason we even got all on that is because Suikoden is a classic JRPG, highly regarded, coming back, and we will see how people will treat it. Because with these other games that have come back, they haven't been treated the way they were treated before they were here. So we'll see.
All right. Okay, that's Suikoden. Let's move on. My God, people, you guys are hyped. Did you guys take a couple of shots?
Chad is saying that Live Alive is the only good HD 2D game. Let's talk about it.
Ace is saying that, and he's spoken crap. Ignore him.
You might not be wrong, though.
When Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 is okay, you know what? All right, cool. Let's go on to Visions of Mana.
Hey, that came out.
That was a game that recently released. Has anybody here played it? Going to play it? Have any thoughts on it or no?
Visions of mid.
Weren't you hyping it up,
one here? Yeah.
I'm sorry? Someone said
Weren't you hyping this up?
Yes, so it looked really beautiful, and then I played the demo, and I was like, I don't think...
Like, continue.
Yeah, I played the demo, and
she's like the mana girl.
It feels like fine. It felt fine. Like, I don't know. I wasn't actually excited to get into it. And I feel like they dropped you in a weird point in the demo. Like, just, I don't know, it just felt very demo versus for example, I think Final Fantasy 16's demo is perfect, is awesome. Now I understand it's not very representative of the entire game, but at least it got me excited. It got me hyped. It got me interested in the rest of the story, and Visions of Mana, while it's beautiful, I completely think it's gorgeous. But I don't know. I felt like it felt very heavy. It felt very weighted. It didn't feel as snappy as was it Trails of Mana? Trials of Mana. Lord. Trials of Mana. Yo, I'm telling you, dyslexia is a bitch. But yeah, I don't know. That game felt better than Visions of Mana. So I was really confused.
Yeah, Visions of Mana looks very slow and floaty. Is that it? It doesn't play out like how it looks.
It felt heavy.
Slow and floaty?
I don't think it felt floaty. It just felt heavy. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
And story and characters, music, any of those stand out?
Nope. None of the characters really stood out to me.
You actually played it, right? So, what's the verdict in regards to the story, characters, music? What's going on with it?
Honestly, it's all pretty mid. I really don't have that much to say about it, especially the combat. I will say maybe I have to unlock a little bit more classes and stuff like that, but I do feel the weighted combat, Trials of Mana, just felt better, felt more snappy, felt more fast, and this one plays slower. And the graphical aspects of it, I'm not a fan of. The character models look a little bit weird. The voice acting is also not terrible, but there are some choices where we have a country girl accent for one of the characters, and I'm like, why?
The dragon girl.
And I'm like, okay, fine. But everything else about this game just screams, I'd rather be playing another action game. I don't know why. And I usually don't get that feeling right off the bat when playing an action game. Every time I play this, I'm like, I'd rather be playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Lord?
I don't
actually... I kind of agree with Shadow saying that, man, I'd rather be playing a different action game. I kind of felt that way. I was like, the voice acting, now that you mention it, the country dragon girl, I was like, okay, it did feel weird, but I was trying, again, I didn't spend a lot of time with these characters. It was a 2-hour demo, So part of me likes to believe that, okay, they tried something different. How many country dragons do you know? Not very many, right? But sometimes I think games can introduce to you a thing that you didn't know you liked or wanted, or that could be cool. So I was like, let me just have an open mind, right? Whatever. Country dragon, not something I asked for, but you know, it's what the game gave me. So my time with her,
Also,
I didn't really care, but you know.
I just feel like every time I see these mana games, like they look interesting, but when I think about getting them, I'll be looking at the gameplay to try to, you know, sell me a little bit more. I'd be like, they look like baby's first action game.
That's a good point.
I mean, mana games were very easy. Like the newer ones, I should say. Like old school, not so much.
Lady Pelvic, what's the best mana game?
Legend, the fucking underrated
Mana,
one. I love Legend of Mana. I love it. I love it. It got recently ported to PlayStation and Switch, maybe Xbox. I don't fucking know, but it's great.
Xbox. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm going to be honest, but like, yeah, that one, it was really fun. Really, like, it was very easy. It was super easy. But like, I still had fun though. I thought the world was really nice, and that's one thing I actually really like about the Mana games is how fantastical it looks. I know you guys aren't particularly crazy about the graphics. I love them. I love the character designs. Some of them.
Yeah, no, I think they look very nice and colorful.
I like the character designs.
Nah, Morley, I'm sorry, that cat face gotta go. I was like, what the fuck did they do? What did they do to you?
It's just like when I'm looking into action games, it's just like I need a little more depth.
Yeah, I don't even mind like the lack of depth or anything. It just didn't feel good.
Yeah.
I don't know. You ever just like play a game where
Ease games don't have depth, but they flow very fast.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's like
yeah,
it doesn't
that's a
seem
great
like
example.
because like I said, even just like watching it, it looks good. For me, the graphics and visuals, I like how it looks, the aesthetics and all that stuff. But then I see when the character starts to swing their weapon or when they move and whatnot, it looks, I don't know, it's off to me. And you guys saying you feel that when you play it too. It's like I don't want to say the gameplay doesn't have a soul, but like, man, souls. It looks like this doesn't have a soul. I don't know.
Good analogy, yeah, or a very good comparison. Like East games, like they're not like deep at all, but goddamn, are they so fucking fun? You know, or at least
So what was this game? What was this game missing? Like for its gameplay, like was it you said it was like slowish.
It's got speed things up a little bit, maybe.
Like impact of like when you hitting something, or
it definitely felt slow. I think it like slow weighted. Like I'm looking at like watching the gameplay now, like on stream, and like how you run up to enemies. I'm like, God, you move so slow.
Oh,
you know, I need something where you like
dashing
some dashing. That's what I'm talking about. Some dashing, some quick moves. You know, like I need something to spice it up. It just feels very generic and safe.
First
and
action game.
And you know how some action RPGs are, where it's like, okay, yeah, the beginning it pales in comparison to around the end when you have all of the mechanics and you don't see. Do you guys not see this game having the potential to become something that you may want it to be? Or do you think that this is like the baseline game? Something is up with the baseline gameplay that it doesn't seem like any new feature that they could possibly add in the future that you don't know about could change your mind on that, and you're not willing to find out.
I don't think so. Now, like when you have a slow base and you already know that the gameplay is not flowing that well in the beginning, even though if you unlock, I don't know, parries, dodges, or something like that, if it's got to unlock to get better, that's a bad thing in and of itself.
Yeah, and not only that, but
like I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. You had me in the first half.
Not fully.
No. Hold on.
Yeah. No, because think about it. There are times where
when I play East games, I don't need anything else to unlock to feel like, oh, this is a really good, fast-paced game.
Yeah, no. Hold up though.
It's a good flowing game. It feels great.
I mean, I know. I wouldn't necessarily call Xenoblade an action RPG, but like for lack of a better term to put where you put it.
Even when I play Kingdom Hearts games, it doesn't feel that way.
Like. Yeah, I don't know. I hear some people say that they don't like how Kingdom Hearts gameplay start, but they loved where it went. Same thing with Xenoblade. I heard some people that they weren't a fan of how Xenoblade 1 in particular gameplay it start, but like when they started to get other stuff into, they had a blast. So
yeah,
you're saying that this game can't?
Because think about it. Like I mean, I'm playing Star Ocean or whatever, and you have to unlock link combos where like if you double tap like your special attack button, you can do like a linked combo that comes later in game. That comes like.
But did you feel that the game was slow and sluggish and just didn't click right with you before you had it.
No.
So that's the point with this game. So
okay.
So if you have to,
you're saying something is an issue with the foundation.
Right. Yeah, I would say. Like,
I mean, I agree with you there. That is true. The slow foundation is a problem. Fine. Yes. Yeah. But I disagree with unlocking things. Like, if I have to unlock things, then it's not good. Like, no, but unlocking things can make it better. You can go faster. You can
you can
get
go
more
into better.
It shouldn't feel that way at first. It shouldn't feel like once you unlock.
Shadow. So Shadow, you're saying by default it should be good and get better, but you're saying this by default isn't good. It's mid.
Exactly. Yeah. It should get better. You shouldn't notice that. Oh, I need to unlock this in order to move better, in order for it to feel better. That's a problem in and of itself. Okay.
Ooh, you're not gonna like Suikoden 1. Ooh, you're not gonna like Suikoden 1.
I mean, sure, it's great when you unlock it, but still, when I'm judging a game, and I have to say, oh, after 20 hours when you get this skill. Oh,
20 hours is ridiculous.
The game gets long. I would say even 10 hours is too long. Like, don't sit there and tell.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell. Like, again, I played Grand Blue Fantasy Remake. I never felt that. I can't wait to unlock another character.
Yeah, no, they did a great job with the combat in that game. Even though it is all combat.
Yeah, or if I play like, I don't know, like another action game like God Eater or something like that. Oh, sure, if I get another like. Yo, leave my God Eater love alone. Sure, if I unlock another weapon, I can play different, but the default weapons felt fine. You just explore with different sets of weapons and whatnot. This game, just the initial combat doesn't feel like something I even care about.
The crazy thing is though, is also the sequel looks like it plays exactly like the first game. Like, I don't see any type of like improve, or not that they had to make improvements, but like things that'll make it stand out from the
talking about Trials of Mana.
Well,
people are saying they like Trials of Mana though.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying for me personally, the like gameplay and combat looks like same-ish. Like, it doesn't like does the stories connect, or are they completely two different like
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
So here's another interesting question, right? So I'm sure people have heard by now for the news of what happened to the company that made this game after it.
I was just about to talk about it. Like, is that confirmed? Because it was just a Bloomberg rumor right now. I don't think they've made an official statement.
I thought it was confirmed.
I have to go look into it, but I thought it was still just a rumor. But yeah, apparently they shut the studio down the day before release.
Yeah, Acebreaker is in the chat is saying it's confirmed.
Give me your source, buddy boy.
Lauren, if you want to drop the source for Blake, Acebreaker, go ahead. You can even drop links inside there.
Wait a minute, Riku, what exactly is it for the people that don't know?
So, as far as I heard, the developers behind Visions of Mana are no longer. And this happened like literally
the day
after the game came out, the day it released or something like that. Square Enix was like, all right guys, good job on the game, get the fuck out.
Now, get out.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
Yeah, Mazio saying the dev teams made a statement on it and whatnot. I think the creator was he was trying to leave on a high note and thanking them for the opportunity and all that stuff, but where does the franchise go from here? Because I don't think they're gonna. Are they gonna stop playing Mana game? Like you
remember Square as well was talking about canceling a lot of projects to like try and save money. I feel like Mana might not be coming back.
Yeah, maybe Blake might be onto something. That might have been a part of that where they're like, okay, yeah, we're not gonna make as many.
Can y'all imagine if this game played like Kingdom Hearts 2? Oh man.
Probably would have been
so I'm guessing what initial sales projections weren't working out too well because
I don't think even if this game sold well, the studio was shot before the game even released.
Yeah, Blake is saying this is probably connected to what Square was saying a couple of months ago in regards to like they're not going to take that many risks with
risks anymore.
The side franchises as much as they were doing up to this point. And he's saying that, basically Square was like, okay, when you guys are done with this game, yeah, we don't care how well it does, get the fuck out. Respectfully.
Chad is saying it wasn't Square.
Saying what?
The chat is saying it's not
Square. That was
Square.
NetEase, right?
Who is it?
Yeah,
NetEase to shut them down.
Oh, okay, interesting. But yeah, nonetheless, it's very unfortunate that that happened to them, because it looks like they were going for somewhere. Like, regardless of how people feel about this game right now, it's like it's not like there aren't games that the first game was like, I wasn't really feeling the first game, but they really improved with the second game. It's like this game didn't even get a chance to like get a sequel and showcase that they can improve with the feedback that they got from the first game. I feel like they at least have that. They should have gotten that opportunity at the very least.
We got a super chat really quick from Cranberry with a $20 super chat. Thank you again, Cranberry. Might be a bit late, but I renounce praising only the boys being here now that Queen Pelvic has graced us with her presence. That boy folded like a lawn chair.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, Blake, can you read that one more time? I missed it.
You'll have to donate $20 more for me to read more.
Thank you, Cranberry. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Cranberry, come on, Cranberry. You're not that
Thank
guy.
You.
Cranberry. I already knew. Don't be a pelvic.
Yo, Shadow, stop acting like this. You just got me $20. Like, shut your mouth up. What you mean?
That's crazy. I care about my viewers. Okay, I don't want.
Oh my God! Politician Shadow. Politician Shadow out here, yo.
All right, listen. All right, I care
Get
about
out of
these
here.
guys. Okay.
Get out of here.
All right, but we appreciate the super chat.
Yo, we trying to get the fuck out of here. Point is, trial or what is this? Fucking Visions of Mana.
Please.
But it seems to be like people seem to like it. Like, I think it's got like a high. No, it doesn't. It have like a 76 on Metacritic or something like that as of right now. So maybe
it sucks because it looks really pretty. It looks beautiful. I played the demo. I was like, wow, this is so pretty, but everything else seems to fall flat to me. And I'm gonna wait for some patches to come out and
oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, this game, you guys know me when it comes to my 30 FPS. I don't like it. I hate it. I will let it die in the fire.
Okay, well that's okay.
If it was on fire, I wouldn't piss on it. And for some reason, the cutscenes in this game are locked at 30 FPS, which it's so jarring to go from cutscene to gameplay. 30, 60, 120. It's so annoying. I can't believe they actually did this.
That does sound a little strange.
You could do that. That is very weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not know
that. This usually happens with like, well, no, it's like that on PS5. I was gonna say it's a PC problem, but it's like that across the board. So it's weird. So it does have a 76 on Metacritic, but the user score is at an 8.7. So I guess people like it. I've seen some tweets when people mention the game, and the tweets are getting like thousands of likes. So it's like people enjoying it, I guess, or they feel sorry for the developers or something like that for getting fired or whatever, or getting let go. But this seems to be a good game from the fan base and people who have played it perspective. I don't know. For me, I'll keep playing it and maybe just see if it does open up battle-wise, but I feel like the demo was a good showcase of the battle because it had all the party members in there, gave you 2 classes for, I think, the main character, and it just wasn't hitting
party members.
Well.
It's not all the party members.
But
like
you can
3.
Yeah, but you can only control 3 at a time, right?
Yeah, but you don't have all the party members.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, this
Fake
game.
News.
This game, I'll give it a chance. I have to see how it runs on Steam Deck. I'm not sure if it runs on the Steam Deck. So if I can get it on Steam Deck, I'll play it more.
People are saying there's not gonna be any patches because no one's left working there.
Oh,
that's rough. That's rough.
But it seems to be dire for this game because I think everybody got a code for it almost. They just handed out codes for this game. They even gave me the digital deluxe edition. I don't even know how that works, but hey, it is what it is. I got all the costumes and whatnot, so they're really desperate to get word of mouth for this game out there.
I mean, crew, so they're just trying to get as much publicity. Think about it. Here's a code. Play the game.
Yeah.
And now make a video on it.
Yeah.
Granted, they don't say make a video on it.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just like if you do, so they just kind of hope.
Yeah, they
right?
hope. They're hoping that would do something with it, which I'm not too inclined, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, you talked about it on the podcast, just like the podcast. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did. So I gave it some publicity. I think that's all the topics. But Pelvic, real quick, let's go over your thoughts on Sky 1 remake and Tales of Graces real quick. Whatever you want to start off with.
So, Trails, I am super excited. I'm actually excited. Like, finally, I'm glad the director was like, hey, we are going to be responding to the voices who want to get into the series. Because I think that's one of the biggest criticisms. It's like, oh my god, I have to start all the way back there, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, you're still starting from all the way back there, quote unquote. But with a fresh coat of paint, it seems like they're using Daybreak's thing, which I didn't realize because obviously I never played Daybreak. But I think the game looks gorgeous. I am going to play it, but I kind of want to get a little bit further in Trails before I play it. So I don't know if I'm going to play it day one. It depends when it's coming out in 2025. But I want to play it, though, because it looks really good. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I'm genuinely excited for it. I don't know. I'm happy that, Trails is getting a little bit more popular, Just oh. Great. But although I'm also, there's a sinister part of me that's kind of hey, you're gonna have to wait for part 2.
So why they showed this in a highlight reel at a Nintendo Direct? Fucking
dude,
reel.
that was crazy. Yeah,
that shit was literally spit out. When I looked away for 2 seconds and people were saying Trails remake, and I'm like, okay, guys, come on.
That was so just thrown in there. Oh yeah,
that was super wild. I didn't even I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't notice it was Trails at first until I saw a still. Because when I saw Joshua, I was like, oh, is this some Kirito, Sword Art Online shit? I dead ass did not notice. And then when I saw Estelle, I was like, oh shit. And I could not, I was like, they did not put this in a sizzle reel,
Yeah.
So
as it deserves.
Low-key, that was kind of messed up, but
that was messed up. Ignoring that.
Bro, it's what it deserves, bro.
Damn. What? I swear, see, this is why people think you hate Trails. We've had this discussion. Why would you assume that? Oh my god, because you're always talking down about it. But I don't think I've heard
down about it.
I don't think I've heard you genuinely say positive things about the series, just casually. I'm not even saying if the kiss the ground it walks upon. I'm just saying anytime Trails is brought up, you only have negative things.
Coastal 3 is my game of the year. The year it came out.
Valimar.
I do like Valimar.
She has no Valimar.
She doesn't know what a Valimar is, guys.
Yeah. So just let it be known. Let it be known. No, don't start spoiling me. Don't even say anything.
Don't spoil my lady.
I'm just saying. I stopped at the Tales from Azure, Azure. That's where I'm at right now. I finished that. We can talk anything Azure, but anything past that, just hold your horses.
Watch your fucking mouth, respectfully.
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing so good avoiding most Trails spoilers. Not all of them. Some people just blurt shit out because I fucking know why. But point is, I am excited for this entry. I also think it's going to be really cool that they can add more information from past games to make the story even more cohesive or whatever. I think they already did that. It's not like Kingdom Hearts, where Kingdom Hearts to me feels like they're just kind of going and seeing where the story takes them. They're writing as they go, where Trails definitely seems like it had a vision ahead of time, but now they can just add more stuff to kind of polish that vision and polish connections that are made. But I just want to get ahead of the series a little bit more, so because some people, I don't know, I think Riku said something, y'all were being vague, but oh man, I hope this one character makes an appearance, because, on that moment, I don't know who that character is or what that moment is, and, I don't want to know, but I want to be able to, get, oh shit, this is from this, oh shit, I want to be part of that, I want to be a part of it, so, yeah, I'm excited, I think it looks gorgeous, I love the cell shading, I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious how the combat's gonna go. I haven't gotten to Daybreak, but Daybreak seemed to have a positive reception when it came to combat. But I actually really do like the combat of Trails. Okay, I actually do. I really do.
Okay. I just want to see Agate.
Yo, I want to see Ollie.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Her Ollie and Vander, her Ollie and Mueller stuff is gonna be even crazier in 3D. Oh god.
Oh my god.
I almost had the entries with us.
I want to see how he looks in this.
Yo, Ollie and Mueller. Oh, there they are.
Because they seem to have updated their outfits too.
Okay. Yeah, some of their slight outfit changes,
just
Charizard.
Small change. Charizard.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's not get into the whole BL stuff
Graces.
here.
Yeah, what do you
Let's talk about your thoughts on Graces. Good.
The greatest Tales of the game of all time. Yeah, it's good. It's the greatest Tales of the game of all time. It's coming to Switch. I'm sure it's gonna come to PlayStation 5. I'd be kind of surprised if it didn't. But actually, and you know what, Shadow? You actually convinced me. I think I'm gonna buy it on PlayStation. I thought about Switch, but I was like, 60 frames.
Oh yeah, don't do that to yourself.
I'm not gonna lie. So ever since you showed me fucking SMT on PC versus my SMT on Switch, and just seeing how much better it looked, I was like, yes. Graphics aren't everything, but like, dang, there was just such a
took you that long.
Chris, shut your
It took you until SMT 5 Vengeance in 2024 to realize you have a PlayStation 7 inside your computer. Really?
No, whoa! I said I'm playing on PlayStation 5. I didn't say I'm playing on PC. Let's reel that back. Let's dial that back. I'm not playing.
You can even play it on your Switch.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
You can literally play it on your Switch and it will look better than on your Steam Deck.
What do you mean? Steam Deck, yeah.
Yeah, put it on your Steam Deck and it would have looked better.
No.
Get a PlayStation Portal. It's the same.
No, I'm playing it on PlayStation 5 and it'll be great.
Okay.
It'll be great. Okay. Because I feel like Tales of Grace F has the best combat in the whole series, that it just deserves to be played, at 60 frames and just that smooth, like, seamless combat. Oh my god. I am so excited. I am ready to revisit the power of friendship. This has some of my favorite casts. This is some of my favorite casts. I think they're so funny. Like, do they have tropes? Yeah, tropes aren't a bad thing. I don't give a fuck. And I'm so ready to like rewatch these skits. I'm ready to have King Richard. I'm mouth is open, legs open. Let's go. Like,
whoa.
Yo, I love King Richard. I love King Richard.
Kind of a kid-friendly podcast, okay?
I'm sorry, weren't you just saying you would suck dick for some game?
Whoa, who said this? I don't even know who said this. Why are you saying that? See, this is insane. This is insane. See?
Yo, I'm just speaking facts.
I agree. This has the most lovable cast of any Tales game out there.
Like, really?
Bestie. See, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's really hard to make a, like, without spoiling, quote unquote, bad guy turn into like a guy you actually care for, like with Richard. Come on.
I would actually not say Abyss has a lovable cast, despite my love for the game. What? The community used to nickname it Tales of Assholes because everyone's an asshole at some point.
And that made them so lovable.
Like, I think that everybody, like, their connection between each other is just like some of the best that you'll see in any video game, to be honest.
It was pretty great. Like, I love the familial aspect of Grace's F.
And I don't really like the cutesy, like, quiet characters, but Sophie is cool.
Yeah, they're all good.
Precious.
So wait, are we gonna say
except Sharia? I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about Sharia. Although she's a great healer. She's a great healer. So, yeah. I'm ready for. Oh my god! And you know what else we're gonna get? Yo, you know what else we're gonna get? We're gonna get some more Hubert and Pascal, baby. I love them. I love them.
Hubert.
Yes.
Is this another one of your headcanon BL pairings?
First of all, Pascal's a woman.
Okay.
Personally,
sound like.
And secondly, it's not my headcanon. It's in the game. It's literally in the game. So fall back. Okay, so
fall back.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Shit. Not everything. But there is gay though. It's called Asbel and Richard.
Okay.
And
for all you guys, go ahead.
And hold on, let me finish. And there is a fucking like what do you call it? A skit where I think it's Pascal who's like, so Asbel, Richard, you two a thing? There 100% is a skit like that in the game. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who brings it up.
I'm glad I don't
Riku and
that.
Blake, you two like to make this joke about Futaba not bathing. What if I told you?
Oh yeah.
In Tales of Grace's F, there is a character that canonically does not bathe.
I'm sorry, wait, you guys like that?
She still smells better than
I didn't say I like that in Futaba.
Stop.
I said I pointed out for the people who like Futaba, just to let you know,
Riku,
this girl
stop trying to
is a
hide.
stinky
We all know.
little girl.
Come on, one of us. Let's go.
Huh?
What?
One of us.
First of all, I'm a loyal Makoto stan. Okay, I'm over there with Makoto.
As you should be. One of us.
Yeah, Makoto is great.
I think Futaba is a nice character, but she's a stinky little girl. That's all.
She is. She's a stinky little inkling.
Lord, not the stinky Link.
Okay, so
what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
What is happening right now?
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but let's dial it back a little bit here. Between Pascal and Magilu, who's better? Do we remember Magilu?
Pascal.
Pascal.
I love Pascal.
I love both.
But I grew to like Magilu. Pascal, I liked from the jump. Magilu took me a second to warm up too.
Pascal has a better connection. Like she's more.
As soon as Magilu lifted up her skirt, bro, it was over for me.
Wow.
Speaking of which, just real quick, I hope that's not the next one they remaster. Because come on now.
Nah, we don't do it. It's on PS4, bro. It's on the PlayStation Store. That does not need to be remade. I mean, maybe make a Switch port if you really want to, but like that's where that would end. Like, there's no way you need to bring Berseria forward.
Berseria.
And I love
better
Berseria.
Than Graces. Okay. Anyway.
Hey, relax.
Yeah.
Did you just say Berseria better than Graces?
Yeah, I need you to relax. I love Berseria. I really do. Berseria's top 3. Berseria's like top 3.
Plus the top 3.
Shadow, is that true?
About that.
Berseria's top 3. No, my top 3 is Graces, and then 1 and 2 exchange between Abyss and Berseria. That's where I'm at. 100%.
Shadow top 3, go.
Berseria. No, I'm sorry. Abyss, Berseria, Eternia.
I haven't played Eternia. I haven't played it. Alright, I haven't played the old ones, okay? So
Shadow, Bow, top 3.
Abyss, Graces.
I still cannot believe you're a Graces fan like that. This is wild to me. Like, I just can't believe
it's hard for me to rank a top 3 because I judge the Tale series by different things with each game.
It is hard.
Like, for example, Abyss is the best all around. Graces has the best combat. Symphonia I like because of nostalgia. I was like, there's just different reasons, so it's hard to rank them.
Interesting. Okay.
Symphonia.
This man Acebreaker has Exalia as his first one, so I can't take.
Hey man, listen, bro. If you don't know by now, Ace got his very own unique opinions.
What's wrong with Exalia?
It's a fine game. I just wouldn't put it at the top of the
exactly.
series.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it at the high end. Absolutely not.
It's one of the last greats
Interesting.
before fucking. What's that?
Arise?
Zestiria? What about Zestiria, guys?
That's unanimously
Zestiria
known.
Was actual garbage. Actual garbage.
Unanimously known as garbage.
Yeah, like Berseria. It is amazing that Berseria took such like a shit stain and actually like
for real
made it connect.
The same fucking universe.
Yeah, yeah. I was genuinely impressed. Shad, I remember you harping. You were like, "Man, Berseria is like the best game of 17 I think it was that nobody fucking played." And then finally I was gifted it because I remember I was so burned by Zestiria. I was so burned by Zestiria. I was like, I'm not buying Tales of anymore. Like, you're dead. Because you know what it is? Because I bought the collector's edition of Zestiria, and then I was just so mad how bad it was, and I have all this memorabilia of it. I was like, I'm done with Tales.
That's the same thing that happened with Arise.
Same with me.
Yep, so I played it, and then I was like, fuck this series, I'm done. And then someone gifted me Berseria, everyone sweared by it, and then I played it, I was like, alright, I'm back. And that's the only reason why I played Arise.
Berseria made me appreciate Zestiria just a little bit more.
Yes, yeah, just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. But I don't know, Arise was kind of, in my opinion, a little disappointing. Like, I don't think it's like a bad game, but I just think it was very...
We had a whole, section of where we, destroyed Arise earlier.
Good.
Arise is ugh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's Pelvic's thoughts on Graces. She's wrong when she says it's the best Tales of game, but I will let her have her flawed opinion.
Tales of Hearts are, baby. Let's go.
Riku, you're a weirdo.
Wow.
Yeah, you're kind of a weirdo. Like, I don't even hate that game, but you're kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, that's insane.
What do you mean? Okay, no, you don't. You guys don't get to beat off the gameplay of Grace's F, and then don't allow me to beat off the gameplay of Hearts R. Hearts R has great gameplay.
I have to replay. It's been so long. It's been so long since I played it.
To me, it's the epitome of fine. It's just the Abyss combat for the millionth time with a unique mechanic thrown in.
I don't remember.
It's definitely the mobile version of everything.
Yeah, there we go.
Does Abyss have air combos? Like crazy air combos?
No. Yeah, I started with Destiny.
A little bit. Yeah. Like, there's some air attacks, but nobody really uses those.
All right, hold on.
That was one thing that really sold me on Hearts R is Hearts R had amazing air combat.
Abyss was the first game I played the entire game. That's not the main.
The games with crazy air combat are Destiny, Director's Cut, Vesperia, and Hearts R.
Hold on now. Nightwolf in the chat said Symphonia, Abyss, and Grace's F. Is that a good order?
Symphonia.
Not bad.
I don't see
That's
anyone
not
talk about
bad.
Symphonia.
That's because Symphonia is
I think Symphonia.
Old as dirt.
That's not even true. That's
we like
not
it for
even
nostalgia,
true.
mainly.
It's a SNES game. Yes, it's old as dirt.
Damn.
Symphonia?
Yes.
Symphonia is
Oh, sorry.
it's
I'm thinking
not.
of I'm thinking of Fantasia.
Like, what are
Yeah,
you
it's fall.
talking
Yeah,
about?
I was like, what
This
the
is a game. What the fuck?
Yo,
I
for
mean,
real.
Symphonia,
Okay.
Symphonia GameCube game, kind of old as well, though. To be
Yeah,
fair.
but not as old as dirt though. Come on, you out here talking like it was
Mm.
Destiny or something. That was crazy.
Yeah, if someone
Okay.
says Fantasia is one of their favorites, I'm like, you have to be old as hell.
you was around when it came out at Walmart.
God damn.
Look at this color. I'm watching the trailer from.
I'm
Grace's
looking at
Life,
it too. I'm just rewatching.
Yo, we're soulmates. I'm just like, listen, this is so good. It's just bringing me back, to a
Right.
happy place. I'm
I
like,
can't
man,
wait for this game.
I know it looks so good.
It's like a treat. It's a.
It really is.
It'll be my first time playing it.
I hope you love it.
Y'all acting
What
like
I would
this
give
is
to play this again for the first time.
Yeah,
I mean,
do have
Berserk
to-
was the
I
first.
will
was the
warn
first
people, though.
Tales game that I played.
You have to get through the childhood arc. It is worth it.
Oh yeah.
The
When
gameplay
you
is
said
purposely
childhood
not
arc,
good.
Like,
Actually,
does it take up a lot of time, or is it like Kingdom Hearts 2's
it's
opening
literally-
box?
7
Nah,
hours.
I was
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I'm actually pelvic this since I feel like she's. Wait, Shadow, did you play Breath of Fire 3? Who cares? Is it comparable to Breath of Fire 3, where it had the childhood part in Breath of Fire 3?
Kinda, but it's not as naturally. It's like a big time skip. But go ahead.
Like, what do you mean it's a big time skip? No. I think it is like
it's not. You know how in Breath of Fire 3 you kind of naturally progress to like maturing, but in this one there's just like a
a time skip. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. But I think it's in the same vein of like establishing like characters, where like Grace's F does the same thing, right? Like meeting Sophie for the first time and then, noticing that you guys grew up and someone else didn't. Just stuff like that. I think it's like a good set piece, a good setup piece.
What did you say earlier, Souls? You said it was like fucking Naruto post time skip.
It was like part 1 Naruto, then you go to Shippuden.
All right, bro. I'm down with it. Let's go.
Just know the gameplay is purposely not great in the childhood section because they're little kids, don't know what the hell they're doing. But there's very little.
There's very little people with my wooden sword. What you mean? I'm beating people's ass with my wooden sword.
No, trust. It could have been way worse. It could have been way worse. Like they did a good job for like.
What do you mean? But you still have badges. You still have badges. You still can shield. What do you mean? You can still quick dodge. What you mean?
This is true. Okay. You know what's crazy too? They gave them like as kids, they gave them arts that they don't really get as adults, like that you would get in older Tales games, like Tiger Blade and all that. Like they work like as if a kid did it.
Demon Fang, double Demon
Fang.
They
look all awkward and everything.
Yeah, they look awkward.
Okay, guys, let's not suck the dick of Tales of Graces too hard here. All right, we all know a business is better, okay?
I will deep throat.
What's wrong with sucking dick?
Please.
All right.
It's a great game. It's a.
You don't understand. This game first came out. I literally made a video saying, "Oh my god, y'all, we finally got this localized." You know how long I've been waiting for this?
It's so good.
I was there too, folks.
I'm looking forward to it because if there's one thing that sold me on Hearts Are, it's gameplay. So if you're saying that this is all gameplay is king when it comes to this, I'm very hyped as well.
Gameplay is really super king.
Alrighty.
Yes. It's my in fact, it's my favorite action game. However, I will say Memories of Celceta rivals it. Celceta was just so fun. Oh my god. But
I would say Celceta from the aspect of simple and sweet.
Imagine if a Mana game played like Celceta.
But this game looks like it's not simple. It looks like this shit is fucking deep.
Yeah, it gets deep, especially.
It can get deep. Yeah.
It can.
Yeah. So I think
also like
it's
I
a different.
The way you get
they're different.
Like the titles were so cool. I love that.
I love
the titles. Same.
The titles was fucking amazing.
Same.
It was fun just trying to get them. Like that was a side quest in and of itself, trying to get the titles.
Yep. Sure was.
Okay.
Nothing.
Now that we're done with Tales of Graces, I think we're good to go here, unless anybody has any other topics that we need to go over.
We can talk about Graces for the rest of the night.
Shadow. Someone in the chat said favorite action game.
It's either Tales of Graces F or East Memories of Celceta.
That
I'm really trying hard to think about.
Narrow down. I can't narrow down.
Favorite action
Wait,
game? Does Smash Bros. Count?
I'll say
Actually,
Devil
no.
May Cry, like
or Bayonetta.
Probably
or not
Grace's
Bayonetta.
F or Kingdom Hearts 2 for me.
Yeah, because he didn't say he didn't say JRPG.
Yeah,
action.
he didn't say it.
He didn't say action JRPG. He just said action.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to narrow it down.
I'm mad we don't get action games like we did back in that like PS3.
No, we get Dark
You
Souls
get
now.
Souls
We get
games.
Souls.
Like,
We get Souls
everything's a
games
fucking
now.
Souls like now.
Blake, there's a super chat you might want to read.
It's low-key why.
Oh, brother.
We have a super chat from Lamar with $2 saying, heart emoji, heart emoji, Queen Elvic is finally graced us.
Why do you say it like that?
Heart eye emoji, heart eye emoji, heart eye emoji. Miss Shadow, make sure she gets this money.
Oh my god. Lamar, don't be
I
that
used to
way.
think that.
Lamar, you gotta be black. Don't be that way.
Thank you, Lamar.
I mean, how many white guys have I met named Lamar? I guess you're right.
Thank you, Thank you, Lamar. I appreciate you.
Damn, that sent an eggplant emoji.
Oh,
Crazy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for RPGs.
Shadow. If I may, we got a new trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations releasing at the end of October.
Let's go.
Bringing back a fan favorite boss from Sonic Heroes, Metal Overlord dude. Shadow can now turn into a jellyfish. Bro, shit's going crazy over there. Shadow's a fucking alien. Man. And we also got the Sonic Movie 3 trailer, bro. Yo, Keanu Reeves is in the Sonic cinematic universe. How do we feel about that, bro?
Who's Keanu Reeves? Shadow?
Shadow, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait.
Have you not seen the trailer yet?
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, I seen the trailer. I forgot it was.
You're a colorful bunch.
Yeah, you're a colorful bunch.
You think he's gonna say Chaos Control? I hope he does.
Oh, he has to, bro. Well, easy.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Chaos Control.
So, this is gonna be. So, is there gonna be a 4 after this one? I guess.
Oh, easily. Yeah. It's just a
done.
matter of. Are they gonna go?
I don't know
for...
because Jim Carrey was talking about, this is it right here. I mean, but he said that the last time, but we don't know.
Yeah, he always
as well. It's just that I feel like the movies are just making Paramount way too much. Same for Sega.
Is 4 better have my girls? 4 better have my girls. That's all I'm saying.
What girls?
Cream and cheese?
Cream?
Ew!
Cream and cheese is crazy.
I thought it was cream.
What do you mean? Are we just
the
disrespect of Amy and Rouge? What the fuck's wrong with y'all? That's crazy.
We know Amy and Rouge are in Sonic 3. There's no way they're not. Like,
actually, I don't know.
That would be you know what would be fucking hilarious if they're pulling No Way Home on us, Blake, and Amy is actually in there.
Photoshopping all of the. Oh my gosh,
dude!
People on Twitter be going crazy.
I would genuinely. I'll scream in theater. I will scream if I see Amy and Rouge. I mean, I will. I'll do it.
When I saw Andrew Garfield pop out, I lost it. So I hope that's the case, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
If Amy isn't there, like that sucks. But like Rouge is literally part of Shadow's story. Like you can't not have.
Yeah, Rouge and they're talking about Gun all this much. Like you can't have. I feel like it's hard to have Gun without Rouge right there. So I feel like Amy would be more fitting if they did Metal Sonic first. Go ahead.
No, but Gun hires Rouge. No. So that could be like, you know, I don't think she would care. Yeah.
I feel like we would have seen them in the trailers though, because they did for Tails, and we've seen him.
They could also be trying to keep some stuff to their chest.
I really hope they are. Honestly. I really hope they are.
That'd be great experience in the theater.
I can't remember. Did we know about Supersonic going into the movie?
We did not.
And that's the thing. Yeah,
they didn't even show it at the Emerald till the fucking end of the movie.
But to be fair, we kind of knew, right? Like we're not.
I genuinely.
Are you fucking serious?
It was like
are you kidding me?
Like an hour. Like.
Are you kidding me?
Starting to worry.
Come on, man. Come on,
man. I wasn't.
Yo, that's crazy. Okay, all right, maybe all right. If I'm falling back, I was like, they have to put Supersonic. You know, like sure, it wasn't like in the trailer or anything like that, but I was like, obviously, it's gonna be there. Like,
I mean, what's crazy to me is that the Master Emerald broke and all the Chaos Emeralds were inside of it. I was like, what the fuck they doing over there?
Yeah, definitely some different lore going on over there in regards to that. But yeah, well, I don't know if there's going to be a 4. I mean, I would hope that there is a 4, and if there is a 4, it's like, okay, who's going to be the villain for that one? I would hope it would be Metal Sonic.
Yeah, that's
and if it's
Yeah.
Metal Sonic, then that would
yeah.
make then that would be a good place to bring in Amy because Metal Sonic and Amy debuted in the same game. So it's like that would be more fitting.
Actually,
Metal
that's
Sonic
Rosie the
and-
Rascal.
And Team Chaotix. Can't wait. I can't
Dude,
wait.
dude, the Chaotix getting their own sideshow villain of the week shit would be hilarious. Oh my gosh, I love the Chaotix.
I just really love Vector. Charmy sucks. Charmy annoys the shit out of me. SPO's fine.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
But it's really all about Vector. I'm not gonna lie. I have a diehard Vector.
Oh nah, bro, she's fucking Cream's mom right now. Oh nah.
Lord
Oh,
have
yeah,
mercy.
What?
The edited Green Hill song
You're vanilla.
in the trailer was cool as hell too.
Vanilla.
Cream's mom. She has a thing with Vector.
What?
Oh yeah,
Excuse
see, they're behind.
Pelvic's not got the lore.
I feel like I've heard of that. Hold on, Vanilla and Vector.
Oh my gosh, she's googling.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean,
It's amazing how Shadow hurried us up on the JRPG topics, but this Sonic discussion is.
Hey, man, at this point, everyone in the chat knows that we're just post show at this point. Like we talked about everything. Everyone who wanted to hear us talk about JRPGs is probably gone now, and now we're just shooting the shit. It's great.
Yeah, this Sonic 3, I think I'll go see it. It seems like it's good.
Wait. We are not bypassing this. Excuse me, sirs. Is this canon?
Yeah,
Vector
the
and-
Borderline canon.
ODW cannons. Yeah,
They canonly flirt heavily, a lot.
and listen, you don't want to fuck with Riku on that. He fucking knows his furry shit.
Lord, moving on.
Yeah, moving on to the outros. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, I don't know why you want me to leave first, but thank you so much for having me. It has been fun as always. I'm glad that we got to have an HPMP show tonight. Honestly, I didn't know when we were gonna have another one because everyone's schedule is so sporadic. But it's always a fun time when we get to come here and just vibe. Y'all know where to find me over at twitch.tv/WestHoundHD, where I'm currently streaming The Legend of Heroes: Trails Through Daybreak. Pelvic, don't come to my stream because it's very dangerous there. You'll get spoiled on many things.
I'm not. Don't God tell me
absolutely. Comes to my streams. All right, y'all. It's been fun. I'll see you in the next one.
Riku.
Riku's on one, the only one. Another good episode of the HPMP podcast. Thank you, everyone, for coming on, and I hope we see you on the next one. That is it.
Bao.
Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy your nights.
Pelvic.
Check out my YouTube channel. Have a good night.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Everybody is so like listen, go like everyone has been very lax about their thing. So I was like, I guess I gotta continue the trend.
I was the only one that like fucking plugged something, bro. Like what happened?
Yo, check out my YouTube channel. It's popping off. Pelvic Gaming. I appreciate you. Thank you, Shadow, for having me.
Souls.
Well, to break the chain, I'll give it a little more energy. Thank you all for bringing me here. This was a fantastic podcast. Wow, great to see all my wonderful fellow JRPG friends again. Hopefully, we can do this again. I'm glad that I kind of hurt my back, so I was off for today to be able to make it to this special occasion. But yeah, that's about it. You got to check me out on Twitch or Twitch Souls01 TV, and we're playing some Trek the Omi, so yeah.
Alrighty, and you guys know me, Mr. JRPG Shadow. Look forward to a video coming up on Saturday or next Sunday. And yeah, make sure you engage that video. Your brother needs to get back into the algorithm's good graces. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Deuces, people.
Peace out, people.
Where's the end button?